And we're live.
Welcome back, everybody.
For you so high.
No clue.
Are you closer to the mic than usual?
No. I've not moved it the last couple of months. Okay. I will say, something does seem off about my position. I don't know.
You seem better lit than
Yeah,
usual.
that's
Oh.
what
You're
it
definitely
figures.
better lit.
Well, obviously, yeah. I actually have, I decided to turn the overhead fan on, or the overhead
Wow.
light on, because if I just leave it dark and then have, the camera light on, it just gives me a headache, so...
You're able to get a better sense of place when you're
Yeah.
when you're in a well lit area.
Exactly. So last week, the party had moved throughout Wolf Pine, discovering that the sort of infection that they were very concerned about wasn't that big of an issue yet, at least as far as they know.
Wait,
They ended up tracing its issues or its origins back to potentially being somewhere in connection to the city of Savum, which is the capital city of the Republic of Kuranir. Now I'm leaning forward, and now I'm too much in frame. But after this discovery, the party decided to set out, making their way to Savum finally. And along the way, they ran into a mysterious moon elf named Vinma Rainvale.
Was it Rainvale or Rainvales with an S?
It's Rainvales with an S, you're right.
Okay, so that's what I have written.
Yeah. So, after talking to her for a bit, she informed you of her circumstances, which was that she stole back an artifact that belonged to her family, only to be chased down and having her life threatened. You guys, or Jada specifically, it wasn't all of you.
We were
Jada,
asleep.
who was keeping watch, intervened and assisted the girl.
It's always me.
It is.
you were up. It's the only reason.
Yeah, well,
That's
that's
fair.
fair. Also, would you have reacted the same way?
Maybe.
Probably not. You probably. I feel like anyone else in the party might have had to just commit to the violence. I don't know. So,
I'm a problem solver.
yeah.
Violence isn't always the solution.
Also,
It's always an option.
the last few times we were in combat, it didn't go so well for me.
Yeah,
That's very fair.
and that's why he didn't choose combat. It all comes around.
No. Jada's not a violent person. I
Yeah.
would resort to running away before fighting.
This is indeed true.
Mm.
So you guys got the story from her, talked to her for a little bit, and then agreed to take her back into Savum.
Turn on the fucking streamer mode.
So, upon making your way closer to the gate of Savum, you see that there is a sort of line that is built up, creating a large nuisance for you guys, but it's...
A 7-day large nuisance.
Sure. That's definitely not what happened. Yeah, that's where we'll pick up with you guys pretty much entering the line at this point.
Plot twist: we've been not standing in line for 7 days, and that's why we didn't move.
Well, you're
Yeah,
not
to-
standing in
to read
line,
the-
so
Did you read the tweet?
I
Noah?
did. Yeah,
Okay.
That's what I was.
Good
I
tweet.
know.
Yeah.
It was a good one.
So, yeah, you guys are waiting in line. There is probably 5 or 6 carriages in front of you. Is there anything you guys
Do
would
we
like
have
to
a
do?
carriage?
Yes.
Rock,
Yeah, we
paper,
do.
scissors.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
You're the one that
picturing the
stole it.
fucking. Now the only thing that's in my head right now is the fucking like the song from Papers, Please. Burn, burn.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right. We don't have the papers for this wagon if we need anything like that.
Indeed.
Do we have to go through missions for the wagon?
If they're gonna say it's like, where'd you get this wagon, motherfucker? I'm an artificer. I built this shit.
I think
Fuck
I've
off.
said
I
to all of
made it.
you that you have all been to Savum, so you would know that there is a check-in point, and that they will check to see if you have papers to have permission to, or have. It's sort of like a Jada would know this best since she is the merchant of the group. But you would know that typically when you are in a carriage, you do need to have some sort of not authorization, but an official document saying like, okay, this is mine. You know, like so that way they know, okay, this is stolen. Really, the only city that enforces it is Vineyland and Savum. Most other
So
cities.
if you don't have that, they default to it's stolen.
Indeed.
Okay, so how many bureaucrats am I going to have to murder?
Hopefully less than 2.
Yeah.
Just make him a van.
I think you get through half of one before you die. So,
What happens? Does a massive stack of papers fall on me and I just die?
no, there's guards in the city. That's it's not like they're just gonna be like, oh, okay, you stole a vehicle. Yeah, let's just let you go talk to someone in the government, so that way, you know, and just leave you alone.
I don't know if I can.
If I feel that my end is near, or if Ogden feels that his end is near, you bet your ass he's gonna be slamming back all the alcohol he has and just basically doing like a fucking grunt from Halo with the bombs.
I know for sure
Okay.
Ogden is getting smited before that ever happens.
I don't think I can charm person my way out of this one, boys.
No.
I don't have high enough spell slots.
I mean, we could just say that. Well,
I
the
don't
thing
think
has
it
enough
matters.
damage to it. The thing has enough damage that has been obviously repaired that we could say is like, we found this in the middle of the fucking woods.
Damaged and abandoned.
Yeah, I'm the one that fixed it
Yeah.
up because artificer.
We don't have a salvage title for it, but
We came here to get one.
Okay.
We're not paying gold for this shit. Fuck the government.
And if they won't give us one for cheap, we will just sell it to someone who will.
We have 2 horses, right?
Yes.
And they were,
Right.
let's say, given to us by Colorist's family.
One horse
These
was.
were riding horses that we were already using.
All right, sweet.
Yeah.
Wait, is that your story?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure, because one horse was already with the carriage when you stole it, and then the other horse you were given by Chorus's mother. So just if
Yeah,
you
we
guys
found
wanted
them.
the official.
We found this one horse
Alright.
wandering in the woods or whatever when we were around when we found the cart.
I'm gonna be honest, that does sound kind of suspicious. So like, oh, we found the cart, and conveniently there was a horse.
No. We were riding 2 horses.
Yeah.
Two of
Yeah,
us
we
to
had
a
a-
horse when we found the damaged ass cart. I think that's
It up.
the story.
Yeah.
we
You
should
could
go
probably
Yeah.
fair, but we could possibly. Who has prestidigitation?
with. I do.
I do.
Could you possibly make it appear like on the or whatever spell that you get to make it appear like there's a large like healed wound on the side of the animal and it's just like, hey, we found this injured horse when we found the cart.
No.
No. That's very convenient.
That would be minor illusion, and it wouldn't last long enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of every possible bullshit explanation that we can give
There are
ahead
a
of time.
couple of riding horses. We found the cart. We decided to have the horses pull the cart after we fixed it up.
I do have
Is it-
Silent Image, which is a lot more powerful than either of those spells.
I don't think it'll be necessary if this is the case.
Okay.
Ogden in his head is just like, I
let's
so
just-
can't wait to have all these people die.
Let's just go with that story.
Not the party. Not the party.
Chorus, what's your deception?
Pretty meh.
Mine's better.
Kaylin, what's your deception?
Yes.
Yeah, mine's +1.
I think it's like plus like a lot. Hold on.
It's plus a lot.
Well, she's the only
Out of you.
charisma-based
Out of few.
character in the party, so
I mean, I
Dice.
just multiclassed in a warlock, so
Come on.
kinda.
yeah.
I have a
but
+2 to
Said-
deception.
Deception, right?
Mm-hmm.
+8.
Jeebus.
+10?
+8.
+8. Okay.
Jesus.
I have +5 to charisma and +3 to proficiency bonus.
Perhaps you should do the lying then.
Okay.
I mean, I have a +6, which is not bad, but you're better.
Kaylin's gonna be very flattered by these words. But Kaylin pulls out a magical recording device and just plays it back to Jada. I'm better.
That was not in character, but I.
no.
Funny,
This
though.
is like, yeah, what's your into character? Yeah, what's your deception skill? Kaylin just pulls out a random piece of paper. Right here on the sheet it says +8.
It's like a fucking one of those
It's-
fantasy
it's one of
animes where
those
they have all their
isekais.
Yeah.
shit.
Check
Good.
status.
Yeah.
Chorus whips his out and
That's
says,
20.
"Dang it, I only have a +1."
Uh,
That'd be a funny thing, though.
Okay, I have expertise in investigation and stealth.
Oh yeah.
I have
Those are my
expertise
only
in
good sets.
stealth and thieves tools.
I'm a dwarf artificer. I could
Deception,
probably
intimidation,
back up
and
the whole.
persuasion.
I'm the one that fixed the
I have
cart
+8.
story.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
mean,
have
they
a-
were though.
It'll be like
You-
how a lot of like how scumfuck mechanics will upsell you on things you don't actually need.
You were
just start-
actually the one that fixed the cart though. Whenever we broke
Yeah,
it.
I
We
know,
just
but
don't
I'll
ha-
just
Yeah, we just don't tell them that we're the ones that broke it in the first
yeah, I
place.
know, but if they try poking holes in it, we'll use terminology that most people wouldn't understand. It was like, oh yeah, your combustion manifold and blah 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 blah.
Oh.
There's not that many parts to a wagon.
Yeah.
Let me
Let's
dream,
see.
damn it.
As a
Hmm,
rogue,
this
of
story
course,
smells
I
like
have
absolute bullshit.
plus-
We
plus
found
5 or
we
higher.
found the cart,
cart.
damaged.
Yeah, I
we
know, that's what
fixed
we're
it up,
doing.
We hooked our riding horses to
a
it.
lot of things.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
Simple, easy,
what we're doing.
believable.
Yes. Let's go with that and move on.
Indeed.
Exactly.
So, do we approach the gate now?
There's still like
We're
2
still
carts
online?
ahead of you. Yeah.
Okay.
Where
You
is
do
our
see it's going
passenger
decently
again?
fast though. She is sitting in the back with
Wait, if I have
everyone minus Chorus.
We don't need
Alright.
ID, do we?
I mean, I don't. Do I
Do
have
they
a
have
gov-
IDs?
Is there a government ID? Does the
So-
council issue IDs?
No, there's not like
Carriers
an established government ID.
Yeah.
Do the
Merchants
dwarves
of
honor
some
this
sort?
government?
Yes.
Damn
We're
it!
Obviously.
adventurers. So.
Well, I have a merchant ID.
What? How?
Jada, yours would probably be nullified, but we both know that.
No, it's
yeah,
it's
fine.
forged.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, yeah, you do. Okay. Yeah.
No,
I-
it's
I have
it's
a,
not
You could do
expired.
that.
It was never real.
Yeah.
I have a school ID.
I could probably.
Yeah, Chorus, you as a professor would have an official professor's ID. Kaylin
Yeah,
and
no,
Ogden.
I would have a nullified license as well as a falsified one.
Yeah.
We're good to go.
Ogden, you would actually have a mining license. You would actually have one that is proves that you are a part of the mining guild that you're a part of that I cannot think of the name of. Is it just your last name? I can't remember.
I could probably just say like my family name and show them the signet ring or some shit.
And they would look at you
Maybe.
confused. Your family's not that famous.
I know, but I
Um,
mean, it is the seal that is on official documents.
Yeah. So,
Let's let's not overcomplicate things.
I know. I just expanding the possibilities if something does go wrong.
um,
Can never be too prepared.
What time
Okay.
of day is it?
it's a little past midday.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
So, at this point, as your planning kind of comes to an end, the cart in front of you moves through the gate. You start approaching, and then the guard's kind of like waving you forward, and then instructs you to halt. He'll walk over to Chorus, who I believe Chorus is the only one showing himself, right?
I was the one driving. Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well, Kaylin would have to be up there with me to do
I'll
the
get up
talking.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll say Kaylin's up there as well. He'll approach
hanging out the back
Chorus and
smoking a pipe.
Kaylin.
I feel like it should be the two people with the highest bonus to this.
Well,
But
I
this
would
is
just be
fine.
giving help action basically,
Yeah.
Okay.
and I've been
Um,
driving the cart, so
Yeah.
So, first I'll describe the guard, because there is a few guards kind of standing. You see that there is on the actual archway of the gate, there is a line of guards, about 6 guards on each side. You can see that they're well armed. All the guards have the same uniform. It's sort of a half plate set of armor. You can see that there's a it's this light silver color. You assume it's not actually made of silver, but it does have that light silver color that it kind of has that nice glow shine to it.
Well polished armor.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems that they do definitely take good care of it. There is also on the shoulder pads on a few of them. You notice that there is a black trimming. Yeah, there is a black trimming around the shoulder pads on some of them. Specifically, the one that you see approach you also has this. Most of them are carrying what appears to be sort of standard issue weaponing. You see that they're actually holding spears and medium-sized shields, as well as having swords at their side. So this
So
guard,
the militiamen's medley, basically.
yeah. So this guard approaches you. You'll see as he actually takes his helmet off, which is sort of a medium-sized helmet. It doesn't cover his face completely, but he'll take it off and set it, kind of place it in between his arm, and then like stab his spear into the ground as he approaches, and he'll say, "Good evening, sir and ma'am. If I could go ahead and get your vehicle registration, please."
We don't have one.
You'll see there's sort of like the raise of the eyebrow. It says, "Oh."
We found this cart in the woods, and our artificer, he patched it up.
I'm gonna pop my head out of the
That's
thing.
it right there. And I'll point to him.
Do you mind if I do a quick inspection of your vehicle?
go right on ahead.
I don't
For-
think we have anything to hide in the vehicle.
No,
I
he
don't.
means inspect the outside.
Yeah,
He's not,
just
yeah.
inspect
Okay.
it.
You'll watch
it's
as
an
he.
obviously repaired
Yeah.
I'm gonna
patchwork
point
job from the
to-
scrap wood that we
Yeah.
found
Well, yeah.
at.
So yeah, no, that's why he's
I would
inspecting to
point
see if your
to
story holds
Ogden.
up.
Hopefully
He
there's
like-
not like a
So-
license
And he can show
plate or
you
some
where
shit.
Hold on.
Repaired it and all that too.
Just hold on.
Yeah,
Um,
before
Basically
there's
the
a
card
fucking
of
Just
the-
license
stop
plate.
talking. So the
Fucking
guard,
agency.
the guard begins. You see, he's looking down and is kind of moving around. You can see the spots that you repaired are definitely discolored. You can see that there is sort of that well repaired craftsmanship behind it, and he clearly takes notice of this. And as he comes back around to the side with Kalen on it, he'll actually he'll say, "I must say, this is an amazing job. Usually, most your standard most standard repairs sometimes in some other cities aren't even this good. So
Well,
kudos to
he is
Artificer.
an artificer. So
I'm just gonna be like, ha ha, you damn right.
So,
Oh God, you patted his ego.
Oh no.
so he'll turn back to Kaylin and say, "All right. So when you guys actually get into the city, assuming you pass the rest of the inspections, have any of you been to Savum before? I noticed there was one extra in the back. How many people do you have with you?
There's
5 total.
There's 2 of us back here.
All right.
Well, plus the elf girl that we picked up.
Yeah,
That I
no,
forgot her name.
3 of us.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought Ogden
Um,
went out front or something.
I just poked my head through like the flap because it's a covered wagon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just poked my head through the flap.
Yeah.
I
He'll
don't
nod his
think I would
head
have any bounties in this city.
that you
You
know
better not.
of.
In this city.
Yeah. He'll. Sorry.
In fact, any bounties that I have would probably either have no identity attached to them. It's just like wanted, whoever the fuck did this,
Stares
Or-
motherfuckerly.
But anyways,
or they'd be very old.
so
shut up.
the guard.
Not saying any of this in character.
Yes, but I'm trying to speak at the same time.
Okay.
So, the guard will turn to Chorus, who he sees is clearly holding the reins. So he'll turn to Chorus and say, when you guys get into the city, there is a small official building to your left. You can register the vehicle there.
How much does that cost? Or does it cost anything at all?
There is a 1 gold piece cost.
Okay, it's not too bad.
So,
Ogden grumbles.
last inspection. Are you carrying any sort of cargo?
We have us.
Uh,
That's
Just
Don't
yeah,
say
just
these
people.
nuts. Don't say these nuts.
Alright.
Don't say these nuts.
Just us and our supplies.
All right. And
These nuts. Fuck!
and the supplies include these nuts.
I would
Okay, that's
actually
a
be
good
saying
one.
this in character.
We're a peanut vendor. What you got in there? These nuts.
Final
Yeah.
question: Could I
Can I buy
get
an amulet of health with peanuts again?
Oh man.
identification from one of you?
I'll hold out my professional ID.
He'll grab it and he'll start inspecting it, and you see that he definitely is kind of checking to make sure it's first off real. He'll say, "I'll be back in just 1 second." As he watches, he walks over to the archway on the right, or the arch post on the right, where you can see those couple guards stand, and there's actually a door in the middle of them. You see as he enters the door, walks in, and then 30 seconds later, walks out, starts approaching the cart again, holds it up and says, "Thank you, Mr. Brindle. Just give us 1 second. We'll have the gate open and you may enter. Enjoy your stay in
Thank you.
Savum."
Oh, thank you.
And he'll grab his spear, put his helmet back on, and kind of do a twirl with his spear, and you'll watch as the gate starts opening, allowing
Funky
you
Town begins to
entry
play.
now. So,
Here we go.
Chorus, once the gate
You
is fully
know where I was
open, then
going.
you are instructed to go ahead and start moving. So you start heading in, and you are met with a beautiful sight. The roads here are sort of this beautiful paved brick roads that just are uniform all across. There's almost no
wait.
imperfections with this.
What color are the bricks?
They're sort of like a grayish white.
So they're not. It's not the yellow brick road.
No.
We all knew where that
I
was
knew
going.
that was coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody got the Funky Town reference, obviously, because
Oh, I
Shrek
got
is
it.
love,
and I
Shrek
laughed.
is life.
Um,
Praise
It was
be.
good.
Wait. If we
Anything to
were-
plug our Lord and Savior Shrek.
well, that was another great thing about the wedding last night. Is one of the songs that they played while everyone was dancing was All
I'm a
Star.
believer. Oh.
No,
Amazing.
even better, bro. I just
Dude.
remember making eye contact with my friend the groom, and it just we all just knew at that point we had to go hard to All Star, bro. You just can't.
Speaking of Smash Mouth songs, real quick,
Why the fuck
People-
does my TV keep
people make
turning
fun of
on
them all the
randomly?
time for like the campy songs or whatever, early 2000 shit. But if you actually listen to the lyrics of some of their songs, like "Walking on the Sun" is horribly depressing.
Yeah.
That song was my number 2 most listened in 2020, according to Spotify's
That song is
review.
Sums up
Horribly
2020 pretty well.
depressing when you
mean,
like
there's-
with the messages that they were trying to send.
There's
I
a
know.
lot of songs that are like that.
Yeah.
It's just pessimistic.
Oh, no,
Upbeat
it was
songs
actually
with
like-
very sad lyrics.
I would say it's more along the message was more along the lines of nostalgia. Is like back then we were like obviously like when shit was wrong we actually pushed to fix shit. Now we just kind of like are so apathetic about it.
Oh well.
So, yes, it is
Fucking
a sort of
orchestras.
yeah. Anyway, thank you. So it's almost sort of like a marbled effect, also going with the bricks. You assume it's probably not marble, as that is a fairly
Yeah,
precious
that would be very
stone. So it wouldn't they wouldn't put marble on the floor, but it does have that pretty marbled effect that is very eye
Weathered.
catching.
Ogden's
So-
just identifying every fucking pebble like variety. That's igneous. That's
Yeah. So
not really.
Limestone,
you
granite.
guys proceed in
Don't take it for granted.
and
Shut the fuck up, Brendan.
It's a
Shut the
boomer
fuck
joke when
up.
I'm fucking laughing.
I was gonna say don't take Ogden skills for
Boomer
granted
approved.
when identifying rocks, but
Shut the fuck up.
yeah. So
We need to seriously deal with this latency.
for latency.
What
we'll
latency?
wait and see.
Like
I-
every time you guys open your mouth, there's like a second delay when I hear it.
Ow.
That's your end.
That is
Yeah.
definitely your end.
Yeah, my latency's 5 milliseconds to server.
Mine's
37.
currently 9.
I don't know how to tell mine. So
Hover over the. Yours is gonna be the same as mine. Unless there's a
Apparently.
problem.
Yeah.
Mine is
Just
close.
hover- Yeah, just hover over the bars there on the where it says voice connected.
Could it possibly have something to do
Oh,
with wireless
yeah, 5.
headset?
I Halo 4.
It could.
I
could,
mean, that does
but I-
introduce
But-
latency, but very, very little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
How does
Maybe
your-
it's the headphones themselves. I don't know.
Yeah. How does your headset connect? Is it Wi-Fi or Bluetooth?
Bluetooth. It's end to end. It only connects with the same thing. It can't
It
connect
could.
to anything
It
else.
could
Yeah.
be the Bluetooth.
Yeah, it's probably the Bluetooth then.
Well, it's a good thing I have a spare one of those little dongle
For
things.
mine and Noah's, it actually
It's-
is like
yeah,
a
it's
radio
Wi-Fi.
frequency.
Or, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
radio.
Frequency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right.
mine's Bluetooth.
The more you know and shit.
Yeah. So. Give me 1 second. Entertain yourselves.
Okay.
Entertain ourselves. Okay. So who here has actually been to this city before, like in character?
I have.
Haven't we all
Okay,
been here?
We have. I
For
think
some reason?
probably
meet
for
here?
some reason or another. No, we didn't meet here.
The only reason that the only reason I've been here was because it was a very like passing trip.
Yeah.
Like I came into this. It was basically like
Okay, sorry.
this was basically the gas station on a road trip for me.
Technically, all of you have at some point been in the city. It's just frequency. Chorus, you visited once to,
Probably attend a lecture. or
yeah,
something.
it was like you also had to actually attend at some point to get your official license that you just showed.
Yeah.
To get officially approved as a professor.
I
Um,
probably just let's say
Ogden,
overseeing a shipment or something.
yeah, you would have. You actually probably also would have been a somewhat decent frequenter, as the city is right next to your home city, um, and it is a major. I mean, it's a major city. It is the biggest city in the
Yeah.
country. Holds
I
a lot of
mean,
importance. Um,
Family works in precious metals, gemstones, and non-precious metals as well. So I mean, it's like
yeah, you would have
construction.
visited for various
Yeah.
things. Jada, obviously, coming from a merchant's family, you would have come here
Yeah.
various times, especially throughout your childhood. You would have joined your parents on a trip here or something like that. You might have come here on your own a couple times, doing business.
Perhaps.
Um,
Business.
so yeah,
I've,
and then
I've
These-
been
Kaylin,
around for over 200 years. I'm sure
I
I've been
think
here more than a few
it's
times.
explicit. You obviously grew up in the city.
Yep.
Although you did spend a lot of times in the woods.
I forgot. This isn't
Well, I
the
don't
place
think
that's
Kaylin,
modeled after
Kaylin
New York
hasn't
City,
told
right?
us.
No.
No, that's in Brandon's.
They still, you guys like, I'm waiting to be asked about it, but no one's asked about it, so I'm like, just having a
Well,
Well, no one
I
knows your
did
last
ask-
name still.
I did ask like who's been here before.
Yeah.
So, like,
Oh, yeah.
that was like a whole party thing.
I said in character. I think I've been here before.
Okay. So she's intentionally not telling us that she grew up here.
Yeah.
I mean,
got
I
it.
don't mind either
I'm
way.
not telling the whole truth. Just
We
Yeah.
all got secrets, man.
Yep.
I think the only thing that I would really care about the fact that your parentage is basically the equivalency of you. So you could have been buying us beer this entire time.
no, I couldn't. have.
No.
That's part of the problem.
Oh,
Um,
alrighty then. But would he know that? So as soon as he hears that,
Well,
does.
I haven't said
Yeah.
my last name. So.
Yeah. None of you know Kaylin's last name.
Yeah.
You just know Kaylin. Um,
I am me, and me is I.
so Kaylin has not mentioned her family name. You would have no reason to know that
Nope.
she's connected to the family at all.
cryptic
Um,
bullshit. Go.
Yeah, we don't actually know her last name.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, you go back to giving a good look around. You actually bought the building that the guard was talking about. You can see it's a smaller building. It's still well made. A lot of the architecture in this city follows that same sort of white stone with sort of blue paint trimming the edges, and then a dark gray finishing off the top. It all has that same sort of coloristic style that is very eye-catching, but also very neat looking. So,
sounds
uh,
nice.
the other buildings that you can see ahead of you, because you're actually, when you enter in, you're sort of in a large square, or a large circle, actually. You can see that there's a lot of people moving around. It seems to be the heavy traffic area. You can see that there are a few buildings that are nearby, most of which appear to be shops of some sort. A couple restaurants and stuff like that. It's various buildings. There doesn't seem to be districts for certain areas.
Can we stop by Bed Bath and Beholder?
That one's good. That one's really good, actually.
There was,
I
there was
had
a
it
whole
pop
list
into my
of
head,
them.
and I just had to say, I'm sorry.
There was
No.
a whole list of them on D&D memes earlier.
Okay, was there? All right.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
great.
it was.
that was
like
that was
9 of
still
them.
good though,
Yeah, that was one of them.
bro.
Gnome Depot was too.
Nice.
Halfling Freight will forever be our own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? Minotaur Wild Wings?
Nice.
Monks are us for all your monk needs.
I mean, I don't think they have, actually, they do have ox people or something, or yak folk
Hmm.
in the
Oh,
in the lore. They're fucking like mountain tribals, very evil.
Yeah. Anyways, so Chorus, are you going to the building that you were told to go to, or what are you doing?
Yeah, let's register this cart.
Okay.
Get it out of the way. Gotta do it anyway. Peel the band-aid off.
So, you park the cart out of the way, right in front of the building. You do see they have like designated parking areas. There's sort of like sections that have a slightly different coloration to them. And for those of you that had been in the city, you would have seen various carts parked there. If people are traveling into the city and have their cart and don't want to sign it in or something to a stable or any sort of guild guild area where they might have designated areas. Yeah, you kind of park your cart there, and I will say the discoloration, just so that way I've told you, is it's darker. It's almost like a dark gray, not almost black, but not black. Like if you shine a light on it, you can clearly see it's not black. Pretty much.
Blackish.
Yeah. So you
Monday night on PBS.
move the cart there, and prepare yourself to go in. Are you all going in, or just Chorus? Or Chorus and Caitlin?
I'll
I
go
have a
in too.
deep
Yeah,
hatred of
just-
everything government, so
just in
I'm gonna
case.
stay out.
Just in case Galen needs to
Also,
do the lying.
being from here
Yeah,
and having
you have the potential to have that pool if you
I'll
really want
definitely stay back.
Might have a
The
little
less
help, maybe.
interacting with government officials I have to do, the better.
to. Okay. So,
which is also backstory chance. So there you go.
Taxation is theft. Therefore, I'm not stealing from you. I'm collecting your taxes.
Damn, that is.
You're just not giving it to the
Alright,
government.
then.
damn, you can not take
Cool
the
motive,
votes
still
then,
murder.
alright. So, Chorus and Kaylin, you follow the sidewalk leading to the front door. Opening the door, you walk in. There is no one really in here. You say that there is it is somewhat similar to a D&B. I won't deny that. There is a desk. You can see set up pretty much right there to your left when you enter, and then to the right there is a waiting area. You can see there's a couple chairs placed there, and it has a sign that says waiting area. There's also a sign that says ring the bell for service, and on the desk.
I'm gonna ring the bell.
Yeah, you
It
walk
probably
over.
smells like monotony in there.
No, it actually has a very nice sort of lemony scent. Actually, it's very nice.
It's
The
basically
fact that
pine
I know
saw.
what that smells like. Fucking hell.
A lemony scent. I think
Oris will
Everyone
take a
knows.
deep breath and
Lemon.
then sneeze.
We need more.
I say lemony because there is also sort of another scent to it.
Fucking.
I'm just imagining like
Brilliant.
that citrus cleaning supplies.
It
Stuff.
does kind of smell like that, yeah.
It just
Pine
smells like
Sol.
pine sol. Yeah.
Down the hallway.
Pine Sol.
Down
Yeah.
the hallway, we hear a voice echoing in a distant chamber. We
That's
need
the
more
power of
lemon
pine
fetch.
sol.
It's not
Um,
pine sol. We can't use that term. It's oak sol.
Nah.
Or
slime
sol.
sol.
Need more
Mahogany
lemon
sol?
fetch.
It's slime sol, made from slime creatures. So
Oh
you
my
clean the
God.
floors.
Oh wow, that makes
That's
sense.
not
that makes
bad.
that makes too much
Yeah.
sense.
All naturally formed from slimes.
Natural.
Free
Oh,
range
no.
slime.
It is all natural. Wow.
It's all natural from free range slimes.
Yep. Of course.
That's great.
Well, wait till you get to the slime rancher area.
We basically did we just come up with some sort of backstory for a
Oh my
plasmoid character?
God. I guess.
Oh my God.
Potentially.
It's like genie in a bottle. No, it's basically
oh
like,
my God.
oh, I'm so thirsty.
So, Kaylin, you ring the bell, and after 15 seconds of waiting, you hear footsteps as someone comes around the corner, and she'll say, sorry, I'll be with you in just 1 second. And she'll
All right.
see she walks around the desk and will grab a couple things, and then she comes comes over to you guys with the clipboard and says, "All right. So, what can I help you guys with today?"
We need to register our cart.
All right. So, okay. You'll watch as she like takes a pen and is like writing a few things down. She'll look back up. I also will. I guess I should describe what she looks like. She's a very atypical elf. She has blonde hair. She has pulled back into a ponytail. She also her ears are fairly long compared to most elves. You see that they're actually kind of drooping a little bit.
Bro.
So, and she's very petite, very skinny. Pretty much your standard elf. But she has like one cool detail you do notice is that she does have different colored eyes. She has one blue and one green.
Ah,
I'm gonna comment on that
Um,
and say that it's amazing.
Hetero.
Or it's
yeah,
like
heterochromia.
yeah, heterochromia.
or cool. Just kinda like-
She'll
Something on those lines.
she'll look up and say, "Why, thank you very much." So, all right. She'll put the clipboard down in front of you and say, "If I could just have you answer these few questions." She'll place the pen on the clipboard, and then we can get you registered.
Perfect.
Is Kaylin gonna write stuff down on there? Or am I
Oh no,
writing
I'm gonna
it down?
hand it to you.
Okay, I'll fill it out then.
The
Okay.
professor should have better handwriting, right? That's
Hopefully.
that's always how that
Alright.
works.
I'm gonna-
He
Look
also
at
has
this.
big,
With
meaty
brain
dragonborn hands, so
Yeah, I'm like fumbling around for
yeah,
a second.
this
to get,
pen
like,
is
a good
definitely
grip on
made
the
for
pen.
elves.
Can you imagine a dragonborn doctor with an elf pen?
You'll actually watch it like you kind of like fumble and fiddle with it for a second, and she's like, "Oh, my apologies," and she'll like grab and like hand you a much bigger pen that's easier for you to use.
That's
I'm gonna-
much better. Thank you.
I'm gonna look at her and say, "Why'd you do that? I was having fun watching that." It's always fun to watch them.
Yeah.
Is this basically this DMV or this city is very compliant with whatever fantasy version of the ADA exists in this universe?
Honestly, yeah.
Um.
You kind of have to be because it's not even disabilities; it's just entirely different races.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
I can
entirely
imagine.
different species.
I can imagine
Chorus,
just
you-
chorus.
you begin looking through. It's just yes or no questions. Pretty much.
Yes, 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 no, no, yes, no, no,
Possibly,
yes, yes,
maybe.
no, no. I
is
don't
it-
know.
It's pretty
Prefer
much
not
like
to say.
the only question that's not yes or no is like, where did you obtain this vehicle? You know.
Found
So you
in
just-
woods.
You fill in, found it in the woods, fixed it up, have been using it since. And she obviously knows that you had to pass the inspection to actually get in here. So she knows that it's all fine and dandy. So once you finish filling that out, she'll take the clipboard back and say, "All right, I'll need that one gold piece while I'll go ahead and prepare your registration." And
Oh,
she'll turn
favorite
around and
gold
start
piece.
preparing stuff.
I was gonna look to Colors and be like, "Hey, did you bring your wallet? I forgot mine in the cart."
I did.
You son
But
of
this
a-
means that the cart will be registered to me, so it is my property.
I
now.
think that was already
That was my
established.
plan anyway.
You
Yeah.
actually, you actually like even got the chance to be like, okay, registered owner of this cart, and you definitely put your name.
Chloris looks up. It looks back down. Just writes in me.
So, after a few minutes of prepping some stuff, you watch as she returns with a very well-made document. You can see that it says registration of vehicle, and it has your name on it, Chorus Brindhall. And there's a bunch of other subtext that's like saying stuff like if this vehicle is found, return to this owner, blah 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 blah. This vehicle is officially registered under the blah blah blah
Vehicle
blah
Registry
blah
Act.
blah blah blah. It's a lot of boring text.
Yada,
You
yada,
just don't care to
legalese.
read, but you
I'll-
kind
I'll
of
put
glance
it-
through it.
I'll put it in my handy haversack.
And she'll look up and say, "So, would you like a magical signet on your vehicle?"
Sure, why not?
All right. You'll watch as she will grab something from the desk and say, "Could you lead me to it real quick?" And she'll walk around the desk, um, and follow you guys as you take her out to the vehicle. So when you get to the vehicle, she'll start walking up to it with the. It's a small little device that you can see. It kind of sits on her hand well, and it looks like a really large, like stamp. It's basically a magical stamp. And you watch as she will walk up to the vehicle and like press her fist into it, and then kind of push and hold, and then eventually she'll pull off, and you see that there is a small magical, a small symbol that will glow with arcane energy before slowly it just disappears. And she'll say, "All right. So if you ever find your vehicle has been lost, just feel free to come back here, and we can try to locate it for you." That's
Sounds
all.
great.
So I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And she'll
You too.
head back in.
I'm trying my absolute hardest to not just like turn around, kind of like pull, like Heart Moon is like, "Hey, you do tattoos as well?"
You're so crude. Holy fuck.
I was
Yeah.
thinking
It really
like
is.
it was
just
gonna
don't-
like pop
Like,
up.
just
and be,
because you
oh,
don't like the government doesn't mean you have to.
He also doesn't like elves other than Jada.
Yeah.
No, that's not the case.
I was
Well,
gonna
I just don't like anybody.
the opposite
Okay,
way.
fair enough.
I am an equal opportunity offender. Thank you very much.
That's fair.
I was thinking like the opposite way. I was like, she's gonna stamp this vehicle and find out there's already a stamp on it.
That's what I was worried about.
Yeah, that's actually something I was. We
I
fucking gave him
was
ideas.
just thinking about that the whole time this was going on, just waiting for it to be said.
That's why I didn't
And it
mention
didn't
it
happen.
until we were done.
Yeah.
I mean, who's to say that she would have seen the other stamp when stamping it again? So
I thought it would like pop up.
We gave him
And be
ideas.
like-
Damn it.
I already knew about this. I feel like you guys are underestimating how much I prepare for this, which I'm very confused by, but thank you. So, anyways, you guys get back on your cart. You really have no heading right now, by the way. You guys have entered the city. You register the
yeah, I
vehicle.
guess- Did Tathara say where she would be going whenever she got?
If I
You
recall, she said that there was merchant friend or a shopkeeper friend of hers that she'd be staying with.
Mm-hmm.
I think she gave you a name for the shop, but I don't recall.
I have someone I'm looking for.
Trying to get that sword back still.
No, that's a different city.
And also,
Um,
the bladesmith was here at one point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
So-
I'm looking for.
Okay.
I
But
don't.
Should probably
I
get
don't
your
remember her
footings
name.
first before you start randomly going
Yeah.
around the city that you're unfamiliar with.
let's try and find Tathara.
Except for
see if she
Kayla.
can help.
So
I just start
uh,
wandering off.
wait, so you're just gonna leave the?
Okay.
So wait, actually, I guess that's the first point. Do you want to travel around in the cart, or do you want to take the cart to the stable and sign it in there?
Let's travel with the cart for now.
Okay.
Assuming the roads are made for it.
It is, but it is highly congested right now. It is like I said, after midday.
Yeah.
There's a lot of movement going on. You imagine for right now it'd be easier to move on foot.
Well, we can always come back and get the cart.
Okay.
Is there like a free parking area?
So there is a stable.
Yeah.
Gotta feed the meter.
So there is a stable that you can go and check it into, and they'll hold it. They'll hold your cart. They will take a small service fee. And then you can just come back and pick up your cart at any point. So, you wanted to go do that.
How much is the fee?
So we're gonna go ahead and say that you're already there. You're talking to a older looking wood elf, but middle aged, older looking. Like a few wrinkles, but he's not graying or anything.
So he's like what, 400 years oldish?
He's a good bit later than that, but probably like 500 plus.
I don't have proficiency in persuasion.
I do.
So he'll once again we'll say
Chances
Chorus and
are-
Kaelin go in.
Prices are set in stone.
So he'll talk to you and say, "Yeah, we have a spot just for your cart. What size cart is it? Do you know?"
It's a fairly small cart. I don't know the
Alright.
exact dimensions.
Small class vehicle.
Ooh,
5 gold.
Oof.
And we'll hold on to your cart as
What-
long as you need while you're in the city.
What do you
Is
think,
broke
Caleb?
as
Also,
Is
I
that
will
5
also
gold
add that the
flat?
5 gold holds for it is 5 gold flat.
Yeah, I know for how long though. How long? Does that hold for?
The 5 gold will allow you to bring your cart back here for this entire week. If you
5
overstay
gold.
a
Ooh,
week,
that's
it will
a
be another 5
week.
gold.
5 gold for a week. Hell, I'd take that.
Yeah, that's not too bad. If we were to
We're
find our cart has been damaged or something happened to it,
We
who covers
will
that?
compensate you for that.
Okay,
That would be
Anybody
on
up
our
for some
fault.
insurance fraud?
just making sure.
Max, no.
There's a
Oh,
reason why
don't worry,
Max
I'm
is
partially
not in this
joking.
room right now and not hearing any of this.
Yep.
Hey, Kaylin, do you have your wallet with you? I seem to have left mine back in the cart.
You mean this cart right here? And I point to the cart right behind us.
Yeah.
Pay the man.
he stares at Kaelin for a second and says, "Mhm.
I give him 5 gold.
Thank you for your patronage. Would you like us to take care of your cart from here, or are you fine to park it yourself?"
You can take it if you want.
All right. Thank you all for your patronage. And you
But,
see,
Before he goes, I'm gonna turn around to our group and be like, "Does everybody have everything from the cart that they need?"
Hold on a second. Let me
Yeah.
just check real quick, and I'm just gonna start putting. It's like the fucking. It's the reverse of the meme where he takes up a shit ton of fucking weapons at a bazaar and fucking obscure places.
just putting a bunch of
the
weapons in your
fucking
pocket.
dress code, what was it called? The dress code PSA, where the narrator is like, "You see, with a lax dress code, students can conceal."
He pulls
all
a
sorts of
fucking
things.
shotgun out of his pants.
Yeah, he just keeps pulling things out.
Dear God,
Boy was
This-
strapped.
strapped more than your average Detroit citizen.
Aren't
fuck.
I was
guns
gonna say
illegal in
strapped more than
Detroit?
your average.
Do you think they care?
No, they don't.
I was
That's
gonna
why,
say strap
that's
more
why
than
the
your
shootings
average
are so
Texan.
high.
All right.
What do you need that missile launcher for? I'm just going to Target.
My medicinal M1A1 Abrams.
Exactly.
My M32 rotary grenade launcher is for self-defense only.
So, anyways,
All right.
you guys
um,
exit the cart, gather all your stuff out, and you watch as he'll have a couple of the sable hands start moving your cart into its spot. Which also I will add, this is a very large stable, obviously. Very large city, very large stable.
just a parking garage.
It is like a massive parking garage, but like a sort of proportional to the time period parking garage. So it's a very interesting sight to see. You can actually is anyone curious enough to stay and kind of watch how they take care
Not
of stuff?
really.
Okay.
Nope.
And I will not bother
Not really.
describing it.
Oh damn! I was.
Actually, you
Well-
know what? I will, because I know you put the thought into it, and I want to show you that we appreciated that.
Thanks, Alf.
Also, I'm just trying to see
I
that they ain't
appreciate
stealing
what
my
you put
shit.
into it, but as
so
playing the character, I would trust the process and walk away.
I wouldn't trust shit.
Horus
Yeah.
would actually be probably fairly interested in how they
Yeah.
do it.
So
Because
Of course, you
nerd.
actually watch as the two stable hands we'll take it over to a platform. You see that there's a circular platform over a little bit behind where you like entered and I cannot think of the word where you paid the guy. There's a small circular platform that you can see is a pretty big. Your cart, which is smaller, fits in it perfectly. Actually, it's there's like a bunch of space around. You can definitely see that anything larger could definitely still go on here. And you'll watch as the platform will actually start raising up a little bit. And as you're looking at it, it is there's no pillar pushing it up. It is floating. And you notice that they're like even the horses are staying calm. They're not panicked or anything. They're not freaking out. The cart's not even moving. And you watch as it is moved, and then there's a few sections that you can see, and you watch as a door opens, and it'll kind of turn the platform, and then the stable hands will move the carriage and horses into that small section, and then they'll come back out, and you watch as the platform takes them back down and sets once again. So, you assume, yeah, it's gonna be pretty difficult for anyone to break in and steal your cart.
Unlike the last
You
guy.
have a bunch of background noise.
That is Max.
Yeah.
Is it Max?
Oh wait, no, it is Elf again.
Why is it doing it on me?
I don't know.
That's what I thought.
It's probably the same thing that it's been doing. It should be okay now.
Yes. So, after you guys are extremely intrigued by this. Okay, now there is some from coming Max. Or wait, no.
No,
Now
it's
it's
back
back.
on me.
It's back to you. What? Because I looked over and once again just saw like Max's thing was all
Yeah.
green, and then I looked down and yours is green too. That's confusing.
It seems to do it whenever you don't talk for a little while. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
it
like-
does.
I think it's
And then-
adjusting the sensitivity because it's like there's
I
no
don't know.
sound. Maybe I'm just missing it. And so it just sets the
Maybe.
sensitivity super high.
But I don't know why it
Um,
would do that.
Maybe you could set it so that it's not automatically determining input sensitivity.
Maybe.
Should we take a break while we're figuring this out?
Nah,
no,
it's
it's fine.
No, keep going.
So, you
So what are we
guys.
planning to do with our pet NPC here?
Okay, I think that still makes me
I
up.
don't know. She could talk if you want to ask her.
Oh yeah, we need to
I feel like
take
we had
her
something
to.
planned.
She's her home is here.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Let's just go there.
So she'll, once again, she's not very talkative. So, if you want to talk to her, she will. You have to kind of pry her to talk. She's made it pretty clear that she does not talk on her own, really.
All right. I'll ask her. You live here, right? Could you
I do.
take us to your home? I'm sure you want to get home.
Yeah, I can do that.
Let's
Just
go then. Is there anything you need first?
no.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
She'll like as you guys finish talking, she already is like starting to walk off a little.
Follow her.
Hello.
Yeah, make sure she gets there safe.
So, you guys would have entered from the north side of the city. So she is, of course, obviously you know north at all times. So,
Yep.
I have no qualms about giving you guys the cardinal directions right now. So she's pretty much leading you directly southwest. Fairly decently sized city, so it does take you a good bit of walking to get to the section that she seems to be leading you to. But it's like 30 to 40 minutes of walking pretty much, where you guys are kind of looking around, sightseeing at the same time, inspecting, keeping at a slower pace. So she leads you, and you can actually see that this section is kind of it is actually sectioned off a little bit. There is a small wall, nothing insane. Um,
So like, there's walls between neighborhoods or something.
uh, it's a fairly low wall. It's only about 10 feet compared to other walls that would be 3 times to 4 times that. Um, but as she approaches, you actually see that um, there is a set of 2 guards and a gate. And these 2 guards are drastically different to the other guards that you've seen. Um, these guards have robes that are sort of placed over their armor. You can see that they're standing there and they're full on just like in form. They're not even like looking at you guys as you approach. They're also wearing uh full helmets as opposed to the medium where you can still see a good bit of their face.
Yeah.
Hmm.
One of the guards, as Vinma gets close, she'll approach the guard, give a small bow of the head, and the guard will look over at the other guard, and they'll step to the side, facing each other, and then the gate will open. And she'll turn back to you guys and ask, would you guys like to come in?
Yes.
I don't see why not.
I'm going to. Did she ask if we could lead her or that we could follow or?
Yeah, she asked if you
You
wanted to
asked
come
if we
in.
wanted to.
Okay, no, I'm talking about like to get here in the first place because it sounded like we were just kind of trailing her, like
No.
walking behind her.
Yeah, she just kind of went off on her own.
I'm going to make it very clear that honestly, I was just going along with the rest of the party. I mean, it's kind of weird that we decided to just like follow you here, but so we don't, I don't want to impose anything.
Hmm.
Making it very obvious that this is a very awkward situation that I am very uncomfortable with.
Don't like being in other people's houses, eh?
No, it's just the fact that I mean we followed her. She
We
didn't
wanted to
ask
make
us
sure-
to tail her.
I
We
mean,
wanted
No,
to make
but
sure
I-
she got home safe.
I was
She
under the assumption that you were walking with her.
Yeah. We didn't just follow. She knew we were there.
I'm fairly certain you guys were just walking with her because she's a small,
Hell, it
decently
was my
frail
idea to
woman.
Go to her home.
Yeah.
I would much rather make sure that she actually gets there safely.
We got her
Yeah.
this far.
She's not entering into her home. This is a sectioned off area that you've not seen at all. None of you have ever seen.
Really?
Or never been in.
Okay.
Oh,
Fuck, is this Beverly Hills?
I'd like to roll insight
Beverly
On-
Hills.
Shut.
On the DM.
on her. You said we've never seen this place before, ever.
Never been. I mean, for people that have been in the city, you would have maybe noticed it in passing, but you've never been inside of it. No.
Still feels kind of sus.
Okay.
He said the word of the day.
Shut the fuck up.
Yay!
I
want to die.
I'm unsure what you're trying to ascertain with this insight, though.
I don't know. Something about it feels suspicious. If you're
This
saying
area?
that there's not, like,
I
there's
mean-
no point in an insight roll, then just ignore it.
Yeah, I don't really think there's much of a point to an insight check because it'd be like, to me it sounds like you're trying to insight check an area, so I assume
Maybe
you
I'm-
guys are
Misinterpreting this.
going to go in with her, or
Sure.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I was planning on it at least.
So you guys will follow her in, and enter into this very beautiful area. You see that there is a couple different houses that you can see. All of them have these gorgeous, at least what look like houses.
It literally is
They
Beverly
have-
Hills.
They have beautiful gardens all set up around them. You see that there is a small lake in the middle of this area. Or, sorry, a pond. You also can see various people kneeling down in prayer, all wearing different colored robes at each different house. Or you assume, seeing that they're praying and in robes, you assume that these are more like temples. So she'll begin leading you guys along, and you watch as there's a couple people that will look up and they'll bow towards Venma, and she'll bow back. And she leads you guys along to past a lot of these bigger temples, and into sort of a back area where there's a still nice temple, but it's definitely on the smaller side. Still has a well kept garden. But it's a a 1-story little temple. She'll enter in and hold the door open, inviting all of you in.
On in.
And we go.
So she'll close the door behind you, and you guys, as you walk in, you see this is you see in the distance towards the opposite end of the building an altar, as well as some unlit candles placed around it. There is a few I can't think of the name. What are the benches in churches called?
Pews.
Pews. Thank you. There are a few pews set up. It's not very many, about 6 pews, 3 on each side, with a main aisle. And she'll, you see as she'll walk towards the altar, kneel down at it, clasp her hands, and begin a prayer for about a minute. So there's just kind of this minute of awkward silence as she's praying. She'll
Is
get
there
back
a
up.
particular god that this altar is dedicated to?
Roll religion.
Oh boy. Nat 19.
Damn.
22. I don't know.
So
Does he know?
I assume so.
At
I would hope so.
the center of the altar, you can see I am blanking on the name. You see a set of scales, or a set of scales.
Are
You
they
can
blue?
see that it is perfectly balanced.
As all things
That's all
should be.
it should be.
And as you as you approach,
No, fuck you.
Look, you got the finite stones in here already. It's just
You're asking for it
yeah,
at this point.
I mean the finite
You
stones was
forfeit it.
something you guys came up with the name for too. So, so as you approach, Jada, you see that there's a cloth on the table as well. And on the cloth, right underneath the scales, there is a warhammer. And you would
Wow, I
recognize this
actually
is the
guessed
symbol
correctly
of Tyr.
of tier.
Yeah.
I
So
guessed it correctly.
I figured you would. That's why I wanted to keep you like
Yeah.
kind of guessing and not reveal all of it at once. But I figured you
I
still end
heard
up getting.
scales and I immediately thought tier, and then I thought, wait, there's also a warhammer. Is there another god whose symbol is scales?
Okay. Yeah.
And
I
was,
don't
like,
I don't
looking
actually know if
for-
there is, but
I think there is, but I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But then you said the warhammer, and that just confirmed what I thought.
So,
I got a law or justice?
justice.
'Cause
Which
those two things are very different depending on the culture.
Yeah, either way, I shouldn't be here.
probably not.
Sweating like a
Almost
whore in
certainly
church.
not.
Gee, I
Out of
wonder
all of
why.
us, you shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, you're a warlock, so.
so, anyways,
Again, I
be
don't
gentle.
know what you've done.
yeah, you have no
Exactly.
clue about his. Damn, Caitlin's really just kept it all secret, you know.
Yep.
yeah, she really has.
They haven't asked. I just haven't said they
I
haven't
mean,
asked. It's one
In
of those
fairness, you probably wouldn't even tell the whole truth if they asked,
No.
anyways.
Yeah.
So,
I figure she'll tell us at some point if she really feels like it. If not,
I was
then
expecting something to come up in like a situation, and then that might bring more backstory into it.
It might. We've not gotten there yet. We've only gotten to the area. We've only just not gotten
We've
to
only
the
been in
area
town for
where,
like 5 minutes.
yeah, where your backstory might come into play. As once again, I mean, as far as you guys know, Kaylin's just a random lunatic that was just wandering the woods.
yeah,
So,
And woods are fun, man.
That's where we got Venma. So
it's fair.
Yeah.
We seem to pick up a lot of bills that just end randomly in the woods.
it's true.
yeah.
So,
Elves like woods.
Can you blame
You
us?
just disrespected my entire people. But yes.
But you're right. Yep.
I just realized Jada rolled an 18 and then a 19. Bruh.
Here's hoping
Roll
the next
starting
one's
off
a 20.
good, yeah. Oh my god. So. I lost my train of thought. So you'll watch as she will say, excuse me, I must change my official garb. It is actually embarrassing to be seen in normal clothing. If you'll give me 1 second.
Are you like? Okay.
And you'll watch as she'll enter into a door that's off to the right of the altar. After
You
a
hear
while,
that, Jada? It's embarrassing for her to be seen in your suit.
Wow.
oh yeah, she was.
I gave
yeah,
it to her because her clothing was literally a destroyed nightgown.
So
I gave her fine clothing. It's not like I gave her.
yeah,
like,
no, it's
common
nice clothing. It's just you see, it's still a little baggy on
Yeah.
her. She So
It looks like she's shacked and took the shirt.
bruh.
Oh my
It's a bit big.
fucking.
Anyways, you'll watch the show walk back out, actually holding your clothing in hand,
You're right,
and
though.
wearing a very nice, well adorned white robe with silver trimming.
Mm.
And you'll see that she actually has like a cloth tied around her eyes. But you can tell it's actually really not hindering her at all, as she still is walking perfectly fine.
Practice will do that.
So, she'll give you a bow and then hold out your clothing and say, "I would like to again thank you for what you did for me."
Yeah, no problem. Would you mind explaining what's going on here?
What do you mean?
What is this place?
I thought you were part of a noble family, not that you were a priestess of some kind.
Why not both?
In a sense, they
I
are
mean, it's
one and the
A
same.
noble priestess family.
Oh, so it's sort of your family business then.
Yes, my family,
Okay.
the Rainbells, we are a long line of worshippers, and I can't think of the fucking word, but
That's not a way to talk if you're a worshiper like that.
that was the DM. But
I know.
we have been followers of Tears since my grandfather's grandfather. It goes back a long way.
Remind me, what was her family crest that we found her with?
It was a knight bowing down, holding a sword.
Okay.
So she'll look around and say, I don't really have any reason to keep you. But
I'm
thank
gonna
you
wave at her.
guys.
I'm
So-
already moonwalking out the door.
I have a couple questions.
Of course.
When we found you, you were running from the Ravencloud family, correct?
I was.
Okay. Would you say the Ravenclouds are not good people?
You already asked this.
Did I?
Yes.
Yep, you did.
They are not good people.
I don't
Okay.
We're gonna
actually
rob.
think you asked this. I don't.
He
He
did.
did. Yeah, well,
He asked it a little bit
That's-
differently, mind you, but
Yeah,
It
he
might have
asked
been a
it
bit
much
towards the later.
differently. Yeah.
if they were, yeah.
Oh, he asked if they were good people, and you said,
But she'll
Um,
look at you and say, there are. I'm sure I don't need to explain the misgivings of nobles' families.
no.
damn straight.
The Ravenclouds are one such noble family.
You know,
I would not say they're innately evil people. They're just known for being mischievous.
mm,
They also are. I also won't say it was exactly the doing of the Ravenclouds themselves, as I have no proof of such a thing. As far as I know, only their guards stole it. And only their guards tried to keep me from taking it back.
all right then. One last question.
Mhm.
Is any part of you wishing for revenge, or would you just let them be judged by Tyr?
It's not my place to judge them.
That's what I thought you'd say. All right. And I'll leave.
Only God can judge them. Just my
Have a
job
good
to
day.
arrange.
As you guys are kind of heading out, she'll say,
Yeah.
the temple areas are open on Saturdays for open worship. If you all have any interest in that,
okay.
and she'll.
Do I worship gods?
I mean,
Only
you
God
might.
can judge. Good thing I identify as one.
Bruh. I see no god here except me.
I see no God here. I haven't looked in the mirror yet.
Ogden isn't that
fuck.
vain.
No,
Yeah.
I was
Ah.
joking too.
Um.
No, I mm, I would basically only give a shit about Coralon.
Ogden isn't extremely vain. He just is so apathetic. He just doesn't care.
Damn.
Um. Wait, does it say I'm streaming on Discord?
Mm.
No,
Nope, it does not.
doesn't say it on mine either.
The heck?
I like to put it up as the most fun that you have in life is the stuff that you don't plan.
Half true.
Hmm. Discord integration broke. Maybe just
My immersion.
Twitch is fucked.
So
My immersion.
sorry. No, I was just had a bunch of people messaging me about stuff. And I was like, wait, do you not see that it says I'm streaming?
No,
Okay.
they don't.
Apparently it hasn't worked for the last few or for a few weeks.
Wonderful.
That's concerning.
Oh well.
Mm.
I have this feeling like it's probably on Twitch's end because I know Twitch has been having a lot of issues since they got hacked.
I mean, if their source code was made public, that means anyone that wants to fuck with them will have a significantly
Exactly.
easier time.
Yep.
I don't have a feeling that's going to be like some sort of fucking bannable offense now, is mentioning this shit.
Why would it be?
I don't think so.
I'd
When
highly
have they
doubt
ever
it would
needed a
be.
reason before?
They do need reasons, or you can
also,
appeal it.
I was doing a little searching. The only two gods I can find with scales in their symbol are Tyr and Kelemvor. Kelemvor is the god of the dead. It's a upright skeletal arm holding balanced scales.
Well, see, the god of the dead, that just makes perfect sense.
Yeah, and then Tyr.
All shall be judged and weighed upon their life decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
What is the dwarven god of the? Like, I know the dwarves have their own pantheons.
Yeah,
The main
there's-
one is Moradin.
Yeah.
Is there a god of mostly dead?
Damn you.
Like a god of undead?
No, just mostly dead.
He's
Not
just
undead.
mostly dead.
No.
Just
Mostly dead would
mostly
probably be undead.
In which case, I think the closest thing is Asmodeus.
Yeah.
That's an interesting thing to think about.
Hmm. I mean, Orcus would be a better fit, but Asmodeus is actually considered a god.
Yeah.
So,
Isn't it isn't like when you're comparing like Asmodeus to all of the others, is that the only reason that those like god like the beings like Orcus and all that exist is because Asmodeus lets them?
in a way, yes, but they're also powerful enough that Asmodeus wouldn't be able to just snap them away.
Yeah.
He'd actually have to put in a little bit of effort.
Like, think about it like
But-
this. If Osmodeus was like, okay, I want to
Still-
wipe out all these, these other foul demons.
which
If they all, like, yeah, he wouldn't. But if he for some reason did, they could just start banding together, and Osmodeus probably isn't strong enough to take all of them on at once.
Yeah.
So,
What happens if they actually were to fucking band up and take him out? Like what
He'd
actually
probably
happens?
team up with some
yeah,
other
some of the
powerful
devils.
beings.
all of the devil lords, princes, whatever you want to fucking call them,
Yeah,
all of them have been trying to become the ruler of the nine hells for forever,
that's true.
and like Zariel's the strongest of them because Zariel started out as an angel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
Celestials are usually, for the most part, more powerful than their fiend counterparts. Because I think the
Yeah.
logic behind it is
Fiends are more
there's
numerous.
more fiends, but there are fewer
Yeah.
Celestials, so it's a
Yeah.
quality versus quantity.
Yep.
Isn't Summon
Mhm.
Celestial a 7th level spell?
Quantity over quality. As a
That
quality of
sounds
its own.
right.
Yeah. So,
How would you know that, Max?
I'm somehow able to memorize good bits of the
It's 5th level.
stats and stuff. What was 7th level? Ah, whatever.
I mean, I wouldn't say crit roll war is gonna be fully accurate, but
No, it won't be.
What?
because Matt, I mean, like in terms of deities, but
Offers a lot.
yeah, he does change up some of the deities, a little bit, but and I mean, of
I
course,
sometimes just add my own.
oh, trying to do their
A new
emo. Okay,
challenger.
I was like, yeah, who
Mm,
they even have?
I think the asterisk made it stop working.
Oh yeah, I fixed it. There you go. Yeah, it's definitely the asterisk. If you put anything next to it, it stops. Yeah, I mean, a lot's changed since 3.5.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oy.
in terms of deities, but
Mhm.
so
I always bring out them 1st edition babies. I mean, there's so much shit.
there's a lot, but
3.5 definitely has the most stuff.
yeah,
It also had the
Advanced Dungeons and
longest
Dragons had
lifespan.
some of the more well-written shit because I think that was just purely
Wasn't
due to the fact
3.5e
that
crazy?
Lord Gygax himself.
3.5e is where we get the majority of the strongest monsters ever made.
hmm
Mhm.
Yeah, it's whack.
I believe it goes up to CR 70.
yeah. I think 3.5e has a lot of power creeping,
Oh yeah, definitely.
like hardcore.
Definitely. That was its biggest issue is power
Yeah.
creep.
But
Yeah, I mean, I always I like that one with that one I heard it one time is if you ever feel like somebody saying is like, oh, you can be an absolute god in 3.5e, send their asses through the Tomb of the Mad Mage.
Tomb of Horrors.
Oh, Tomb of Horrors.
yeah,
Dungeon of the Mad Mage, from what I've heard, is pretty good too, though.
Yeah, not
So-
Mad Mage. Yeah, Tomb the horror. Tomb of Annihilation,
Tomb of
Horrors,
Horrors.
whatever the fuck.
Tomb of Annihilation, I've heard, is also kind of pretty hard, but
Instant fail bullshit, like instant fail stuff.
Tomb of Horrors was literally made to be unfair.
Yeah.
I think
is called the
Gygax
Tomb of
actually put
Horrors.
the note in. He was fucking sick of people saying, "It's like, oh hi, I can do anything." It's like, oh, you want to brag? Here, bitch. This was
Um,
basically the DM's punishment for that asshole player.
Yeah, it's whack.
All right.
Rip Gygax.
So I honestly kind of forgot. So you guys were actually exiting out of the temple to Tyr.
Yeah.
Anyways. Are you heading straight out of the temple section, or what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
So yeah, you'll head back to the gate that you entered from. You watch as you approach. The gate will open. You'll walk out. The guards will nod at you, and you head on your way. So, where would you like to try to go from here?
What was the name of the place that Cathara would have given us?
And who do I talk to get my blades?
You have no clue.
Well, yeah, we don't know. All we
That's
know
why
is
you're
that
here, is to
last.
figure out who
yeah.
to talk to.
We know who had them last, right?
No. We
No.
know that the bladesmith was in Savum last, but he didn't like to, put himself out there.
Don't
Yeah.
we have a way to ask Scathorath directly?
Yes, but he's not going to know anything.
Yep.
Damn. He could
He's-
at least give us a
Man.
place to start.
He's been dead for 200 years.
Yeah, but he could at least give us a place to
He
start.
Or
did
100
give you a
years.
place to start.
He did.
He did. Okay.
That's why we're here.
Yeah. This
Wonderful. Let's just
is his
fucking
place
go.
to start was that there was a bladesmith. I did the research. The bladesmith was here last.
Cool.
And I believe some of the stones were here last as well.
No, the stones
Probably.
were all within. I'm blanking on the name of the city. I need my map. Where's my fucking map? Oh no, that was the wrong thing to have.
Oh, you made it, man.
Give me my fucking map.
Were they in Vinland?
No, they were in. Dude, holy shit! Why am I blanking on this name? It is literally like the first city I ever made for this country. I've said it so many fucking times.
Belgier?
Wolfbine.
And it's the one city not on the map too. Is the best part.
Oh.
So
Oh,
So
bad.
we're not gonna know it. Cool.
I mean, you've been there. You were there. It's literally It's even an episode name.
Is it?
It
Oh,
was. Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. I have it written down somewhere. Alwick.
Alwick. Thank you. I was having to
That
go to.
does
I was having to go to
So then-
character, like backgrounds I've made for NPCs that mention the city's name that I
So
knew
they
had
were
it.
in Alwick, but different people have taken them at various
Well,
times.
if you
roughly.
recall, Alwick was ransacked, so
Yeah.
they were gems.
So they had been stolen.
They
They
have
can be
definitely been
anywhere.
stolen. So I guess your primary objective to get your foothold is to find where Tathara is.
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
So-
that's the only plan we have.
that is fair. All right. So I can't remember if I ever actually wrote the shop name down. All right. I don't think I did. Did I actually? I think I definitely gave it to you. I just guess I didn't write it down for some reason
It
because that
what?
was dumb. I feel like it had weird or wacky in its name for some reason, but And I have to come
Wacky
up with a
waving
name
inflatable arm tube
on
man.
the spot, so this is great. Okay. The name given, which I am changing, so if there's anyone that does somehow remember it, is
No.
now Gregorvik's Emporium.
Gregor Vic's Emporium?
Gregor Vix.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'll start asking for directions to this Emporium.
So, yeah, I also will add, there was quite a few people constantly moving around. You can see that there's a lot of living space here, whether it's apartments, housing, all sorts of stuff. And I also say, oh god, the stretch, bro. Oh, that felt good. So, there's like all sorts of races that you see throughout the city. Predominantly Elven, but you definitely see a good few humans and dwarves and a couple tieflings here and there. There's very few dragonborn, sorry. But you do spot
That's
a
to be
couple
expected.
dragonborn. But there is
What color Dragonborn are they?
there is a black, and then there is also a silver.
Hmm.
They're separate. You spot them at separate times. They're walking alone when you see them.
I would probably just call out like a greeting in Draconic to them.
The black doesn't seem to hear you. The silver does notice you and will nod his head and shout back in Draconic at you, repeating the same greeting.
Can I also
Just
try to
kidding.
say it too?
Sure.
I'm being friendly.
Wait, do you know Draconic too?
No.
Probably not. No.
No,
I'm
that's
pretty
the
sure
fun
he
part.
does. He's just trying to repeat what he heard. You know, it's kind of like
Okay.
someone hearing something like, you know, like someone says something random in German, and then it's like, oh, I can say that too, and they just butcher it horribly.
I wouldn't be that bad, would I? Because I've heard it twice now.
It doesn't go very well.
Yeah, I don't speak Draconic. I speak something else that's entirely more interesting. That I don't understand why I put that as that.
I don't know why I have Draconic as a language, but
yeah,
I do.
you did actually ask me about that, and I was like, I have no fucking clue.
Yeah, I don't know why I picked that. I'm sure there's like some reason we had planned out for it.
So,
Still the only one that speaks Celestial because I'm a nerd.
oh yeah.
No one would pick Celestial. It's never relevant.
It's never relevant, and it's the
Until
nerd
it-
language.
Until it is relevant, and then you get to flex on being the nerd and knowing Celestial.
Okay.
You know Latin. Congratulations.
Yeah, basically.
It is
You
Latin.
know a language even more dead than that.
Greek.
No.
Ancient Greek.
Ancient Greek.
Ancient Greek, maybe.
Old English. There you go.
Actually, I think there are
Sanskrit.
still people that speak Ancient Greek. 'Cause
Probably
my-
are, but that's not
Most
relevant.
people who speak
Let's-
Greek, yeah. Anyway,
Let's go to the fucking wherever it is.
Could the one person I know that's been to Greece clarify on that? If you're still in chat. So
It's all Greek to me, man.
Boo.
okay. That was really bad.
I mean, I'm just saying, ancient Greek,
That's
actual Greek, it's all Greek. Like it's.
that's
It's
low.
Greek.
That's low hanging fruit, even by my
Yeah.
standards.
Yeah, that's just...
I wasn't even trying for anything. I was just saying it's Greek is Greek. Like
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand it. I'm not going to.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
hmm
Anyways. So, yeah, you ask around. A couple nice Samaritans point you in the right direction. And eventually, another 30 minutes of walking asking questions, and you're actually not too terribly far from it. So you get the travel distance if you were just walking straight there. So yeah, bruh. I lost my train of thought. Fuck. That's just me being dumb though.
Rip.
So yeah, if you were going like directly there, it would have taken you 5 minutes. But because you had to like stop and like ask questions, and like a
Yeah.
couple people like brushing you off, they're just ignoring you.
Oi, you know who I am?
They
No,
they
should
just
I
keep
care?
walking.
I wouldn't actually say that. I was just being.
I know.
They wouldn't give a shit.
Jada
anyway.
might. Her the personality.
Um.
You know who I am? No? Good. Punch.
I
That's
was thinking the
best way
same
to do it.
thing.
Brush me off a game, motherfucker.
So. Yeah. After 30 minutes, you do eventually find yourselves approaching the large emporium. It is of a huge shop, 5 stories.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, department store.
Yeah, it is a large department store, pretty much. So, and of course, there's a large, obnoxious sign that you can see as like occasionally. It's actually a really interesting sign. Although looking at it long enough gets annoying. But it's almost as if someone's constantly writing on it with magic. So you watch as like the sign, literally says Gregorvik's Emporium, and you'll watch as it's pretty much written out every time, and on an interval, and it has like this very nice orangish glow to it whenever it's written. And you see it lingers for a little bit before dissipating and repeating the process.
Oh, so it's like one of those uh
LED signboards.
Yeah.
I don't know the name, but it's like that neon sign where it like appears and then it like goes away.
Yeah.
Like the O, the P, the E, then the N, open, and then it goes away.
It's pretty much the exact same to that, but it's magic. It's neon to it. You can tell it's magic.
Well, I wouldn't think they'd have neon
Yeah.
signs in this world. It's just basically that.
So before we enter the shop, we're gonna go to a quick break.
Works for me.
And then we'll be back. It should only be 10 to 15 minutes.
Good.
Okay.
Hopefully
Well,
it won't be too long.
We'll be back soon, TM.
Yeah, soon. TM.
Oh god.
So, yeah. Stick around. We have some exciting stuff coming up, Don't hit us. Don't hit us with the axe. Don't do that to us.
Dungeons and DoorBreakers. Right after the break.
All right. See you guys in a
We
few.
just
And we're back. Mostly. It's fine. Everyone
More or
here
less.
pretty much has wireless headsets, so it really doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Max, I don't know if he took his off or not, but he might be attacked by his mother, so we can probably safely assume if he doesn't come back in 5 minutes, he's never coming back.
Or he'll be back 5 minutes before the end of the episode.
Yeah. So yes. All right. So you guys are standing at the front entrance of Gregorvik's Emporium.
Indeed.
I got carried away and didn't plan anything. Oh well, I'll wing it. I'm not planning on stealing anything.
That's good. You would get caught.
Oh yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm trying to find somebody. I need
Oh,
to.
yeah.
I need to talk.
We need to find Gregorvik, I guess.
Yeah.
I need to talk to the store manager about a former employee of his.
Can I talk to your manager?
Excuse me.
Yes, bro.
It's talk to your manager.
It's a former employee of yours. I'm trying to track down. His name is Pumpernickel.
Oh,
Pumpernickel got isekai into a different world. That's why he went from
Big Paul.
Noah's. That's why he went from this world to
Hello. Sorry, I'm
the
late.
first screen.
No, you're fine.
You came back sooner than we expected.
Yeah, I thought either you're coming back in like a few minutes, or you're never showing back up again.
I was
So,
trying to stall.
That's generally the.
so worked out.
since you did say you had 5 missed calls from your mother, so
No, that
Yeah.
was the reason she was up here in the first place.
yeah, no, I know.
just standing and staring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, she was doing
Watching
the.
and waiting.
I mean, if there's one thing that you guys would say that, and this isn't me hyping myself up, that if I was ever truly angry and yelling at you guys, it would be a rather scary thing to experience.
I just
Mhm.
don't like people yelling at me in general.
How the
That's
fuck?
fair.
Imagine that magnified by 1,000,000. That's my mother.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think that's all mothers.
But the worst
Yeah,
part
this-
is that she's not. It's not yelling. It's the cold burning in the eyes where you can just, when you look into it, it's just you hear the screaming in the background.
As you stare into your mother's eyes, you can see the
It's
very
this.
fiery pits of hell.
It's this.
Yeah.
It's that thing that from it's basically the thing that the dude from Freedom Teams did, where it's just you just stare and you just kind of shrink back and you just get more and more scared as you just see the person.
Yeah. I've been told by a couple of my friends on campus that, well, it's part of the reason that if they have like why nobody's ever really bothered me about whether like wearing a mask and fucking things, or why even the people in the malls don't fucking approach me, is I always made mention is that I honestly like I'm a big dude, I guess maybe that's why. And he put it like this, that I have resting serial killer face. Because my default facial expression is this.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly.
I don't
way
even.
putting
I've
it.
never actually looked myself in the mirror and made that and like just let my face rest. It's just this that thing where like the eyes are like wide open, but at the same time they're kind of like squinting.
Mm-hmm.
So. You guys approach
Say
the
it ain't
door,
so.
and as you go to reach for the door,
Oh, we're
handle,
streaming right now.
Yeah.
Live.
It
Yeah,
happened.
we've been live.
Yeah.
Hopefully your mom doesn't watch.
Going back down into the.
I doubt your mom's ever gonna watch. Let's be honest.
No.
No,
Once we
I'm
start
just,
making money off of this, no.
no,
Yeah.
I'm hiding under the sheer
Oh yeah,
embarrassment.
it's been a couple minutes.
Yeah, pretty much all of that was on live.
Yeah. Actually, a couple minutes before you came back, we started.
Yeah.
Because like I
Yeah.
said, I didn't know when you'd be coming back.
Or if you would be coming back.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, don't
now
you say
now
that
we
my
know
mother
he's
might
never
have
coming
murdered
back.
me.
Next.
Is that what you said, that my mother might have murdered me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Send an SOS.
as you go to reach forward for the door, you watch as it mysteriously opens on its own, sliding to the side. You're slightly taken aback. You're just like, what the fuck? There's no one
Automatic
coming.
door?
No one's already opened this door. You're just staring in confusement.
I'm gonna back up.
Yeah.
I'll just
Kaylin
We go
actually
back
can't-
up,
don't give a
and it
fuck.
closes. Oh,
Kaylin,
shit.
you'd actually know about these, but
I
everyone
know,
else
I-
is the
I know.
first.
I wouldn't care. Go right through.
The door closes on. No.
The door closes. You.
No.
You
Every
watch
time
as
he
Jada's
tries to
arm is
walk-
stuck.
Every time he
Um,
tries to walk in, the door just closes on him. The door is a criminal. Seeing door. It knows what you've done in the past. Won't let you enter.
So,
Anti-thief door.
Anti-thief
That
door.
would
Yep.
be amazing, actually.
That'd be hilarious.
You guys are like one step behind every time, aren't you?
What did I miss while I
No.
was even gone?
Nothing really.
Yeah, basically not.
Doors opening.
Yeah.
By themselves.
So, you guys, following Jada's lead, all step in, and as you step away from the door, it does close behind you.
Magic.
Sorry. Something was stuck in my throat. So, as you step in, you can see laid out before you this large, and I mean like this is built like, almost like a mall or like a really really large retail store. You can see that there are actual like aisles for checking your stuff out. You see there's a couple of people that are basically cashiers. God. So you can see that they're there and they're actually conversing with a couple people that you can see they're checking out. And before you is the path forward. You can see that there are a couple of signs that are pointing out where items are. You know, there's like adventuring gear this way, household accessories this way. I mean, this store has everything. It is literally a superstore. You know, like
So
groceries.
this is like
over
OG
here.
Sears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like original Sears.
Yeah.
Let's see this. Let's see
Or
if it has the same
Woolworths.
face.
It's like
Everybody
clothing
remember that shit?
upstairs. You know, accessories. Yeah, like there is everything. Like you're actually like overwhelmed by how much can go into one store. You're like, why has no one ever thought of this before? There's always been these individual shops, you know?
Now they're all in one place.
Now they're all in one place. So,
We shall dub it the mall.
And you can even do grocery shopping.
yep. All right.
I want to see what's in that adventuring gear section.
Okay.
Let's take a
you're
look
heading
at boats.
boats.
Because they obviously
is-
have to have like
they
the
just
whole
gotta go to the Bass
Bass
Pro
Pro
Shop.
section. Yeah, the whole Bass Pro
yep.
Shop section.
There's
they
boats.
there is actually a section
Where-
that does say sea vehicles.
Nice.
So
But, I mean, if we need one later on, we can go and get one. I was mostly joking. Mostly.
I'm not kidding when I say the shop has just about everything. So
We just walked into basically Opry Mills.
yeah.
Where's the Bass Pro Shop? I want to go there.
We
That's
just joked about
yeah,
that.
we just made that joke.
So are you all following Jada as she just wanders off to the adventuring section?
Nope.
I'm going to say that we just
well,
kind of like reconvene
gonna
in the
just-
food court in an hour.
Yeah, everybody meet back in the food court in an hour. Just search around.
2 hours. 2 hours.
Split the
no.
party!
Oh,
3.
no.
Take it or leave it.
Split the party.
You know what? 2.5. Let's say that.
2.5 hours each. Just going off on our own.
I mean, I have a feeling it's not a dangerous place to be in.
Hopefully.
you know.
Not yet, it's not.
Only
Exactly.
dangerous for everybody
think-
wallet that Jada picks.
I think you guys are the danger, so
Yeah, I am the danger.
no. So
They absolutely have a magical anti-theft system.
Yeah.
I'm not
Oh,
even
yeah.
gonna chance it.
undoubtedly.
At
like-
least one.
At
You know for a
least
fact-
3.
I wouldn't be surprised
Maybe
if
at least
every
5.
single. I wouldn't be surprised if some of their higher ticket items didn't just like as soon as you try to do it, instead of a regular burglar alarm, it just casts power word kill.
You want to try
No,
it? Don't worry, they
Oh,
won't
man.
kill you for stealing.
They'll just torture you.
They'll just torture you.
Nah, they'll just capture you and hand you over to
joke's
the
on
law.
you.
They'll
I'm
just
into
make
that
you-
shit.
They'll just make you an unpaid intern for the next 3 years.
Oh God, it's a fate worse than
Unpaid
death.
retail intern.
Oh
Damn.
god. No, you're not even an intern. You're just the only cashier in the store. You have to check every single person out.
Retail
No,
slave.
you're the one customer service representative.
Oh god. You have to deal with all the complaints all the time.
The
At
Karens.
that point, just try to get fired.
But
No,
you're
no,
being
you're
enslaved,
unpaid.
yeah.
Yeah, you are. the more bad review, for every bad review you get, you have to spend another year there.
Yep.
Oh
Mhm.
god.
Just
Every
becomes
bad
worse.
review is just one more day.
Or every bad
Oh,
review you get
this
an extra
is-
month.
Yeah, if that
This
happens
is
to me, I'm
peak
slitting my
torturing.
wrists.
Yeah. Oh, but don't worry, you're being watched 24/7.
Resurrected.
I didn't know we were being watched by the government.
Who says by the government?
Who else would watch us all day?
The retail stores, which
Well, yes, but
Amazon.
they actually do.
and they do, and they gave it to the government.
Well, Amazon does. Yeah, I was just saying that specifically the retail store I work at, they do watch us on cameras to make sure we're actually doing our jobs. That is standard issue for every retail, actually. So, anyways, so yeah, you all go off in your separate ways. Jada going to the adventuring gear section. Chorus, you go.
Where do you
The
go,
bookstore.
Colors?
Okay, I should have
Obvious.
expected that. Kaylin,
Gonna wander around till I think of something that catches my fancy.
okay, and Ogden.
I am probably going to go into the I guess the sports, like the sports equipment, wherever the crossbows would be.
That would be more adventuring gear.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Does this place have an on-site brewery?
No. It does have a bar built into the food court.
Is it one of those overpriced bars? Wait a minute, it's a food court. Of course it is. Never
Yeah,
mind then.
it's going to be.
So.
Yeah. Adventuring gear.
Is anyone actually looking to buy anything really? 'Cause I know
Yes,
you can't
actually.
afford. Okay, Max can afford something.
Potentially. Yeah, potentially. Depends on what kind of books they have.
Okay.
I'm the only
I have
one that can
5e
buy shit in this
tools.
party.
I have 5e tools sorting by 5 gold and less.
I might buy some first level spell scrolls.
Mhm.
So. Ogden. You're looking around. They pretty much have most things you could want. It does seem like there is a sort of separate, smaller section for magical items. A lot of the stuff that you're looking through right now is the standard stuff. You know, there's mannequins set up with suits of armor, all of the varying types, from leather armor all the way to full plate.
I'm looking for some half plate.
They do have half plate. I'm not sure if you can afford half plate though.
Isn't it like standard half plate like 500 gold pieces?
A lot more.
Really?
Standard half.
750.
Half
Oh.
plate is like 1,000.
I have like 900 something.
Full plate's 1,000, I think. Half plate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
half plate's
You have over
750.
100 gold?
1,000.
I never spend anything.
Yeah.
Damn.
I have 953 gold, 178 silver, and 69 copper. Nice.
Nice.
Should have robbed you.
Yeah.
God damn.
Well, a good portion of it is from like when we split the gold earlier. Remember, you went off to spend it. I just kept on to it because I haven't had a need to buy anything.
I
That's
have
the whole point
200
about
gold
art
and
of-
That's it.
That's the funniest thing about this whole campaign is that I'm basically an artificer IRL. I don't like, or I'm playing Ogden, or Ogden is me. I don't spend anything, and I don't spend money on anything I don't need to. And if I need something, I'll usually just build it myself.
So you're gonna go for the half plate, correct?
Well, yeah, I want to see if there's any varieties of this, or if it's just kind of like, if it's good enough quality as to where I can keep it for a very long time. I don't want that cheap Chinesium shit.
I mean, no, it is quality armor. They actually do have like a little informational sign that actually lists that it is all this armor has been made in city. And then they'll buy it and then sell it here, or they'll sponsor someone and they'll bring it here and then sell it for them. So all the stuff is made within the city. So there are several different styles of the armors as well, which you can see is kind of indicative of the blacksmith that was making it, the armor smith. Um, a lot of it has that same sort of iron steel look to it, where it's just polished metal. There is one that is a sort of black polish, one that has a light gray to it, one that has that darker gray that you would expect. And then there is a couple that have various trimmings that you can get done on it as well. So if you wanted to have your armor a little more stylish, there's a slight upcharge for that. But
I'm a function over form person.
yeah.
You still appreciate the form, though. You just don't prioritize it.
Yeah.
Well, the way that I'm going into real life shit here. I believe, as I'm with Ogden, so I believe that form will come about if something is designed to function properly, then the form will naturally follow suit.
Mm-hmm.
If
Yep.
something is designed well, designed properly, then it will be in and of itself, either aesthetically pleasing or it will be nice.
Yeah. The trim is simply there and exists to enhance the look, if you so choose.
To enhance your immersion.
So it is not at all a necessity.
Yeah.
So which of the three colors do you care? Does it really matter?
What were the colors again? The gray, the black, and the...
It was a light gray, a dark gray, and then a black.
I'm going to assume that's just the tint of the metal plating.
Yeah, it does seem like it was kind of given a color.
And this is a question for. This is actually going to be a question for the DM. Because I'm going to, I would say, modify it in some degree. Not like, give it like magical properties of, fuckery or whatever. But
Why not?
like.
I mean, I think one of your infusions can be to make it like +1 or whatever.
Oh yeah, but I'm talking about, like things that are attached to the armor for it's like how my bag system is basically like a harness that's all in one piece. Like I could just undo a couple buckles and take all of it off at once.
Mm-hmm.
So stuff like that, stuff to make it, fit onto the armor better.
Yeah, that's a simple modification that they could even do in store for you. It's not.
Yeah, but would that cost extra?
There might be a very, very slight upcharge, like like a gold piece or 2 gold pieces, but nothing significant. It would be a lot faster.
All right, I'm going to have the because I ain't no edgy boy. There was the light gray, the dark gray, and then there's the
black. There is also a couple that has like a extra like cloth on it that you could get that would. It seems to be mostly if you have like a family crest that you wanted. But I didn't imagine you'd be too interested in
any
like
family
that.
crest that I would have or covering. Remember, I have like leather bandoliers and shit.
Yeah.
It would be covered up anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the not shiny, like the not polished, like extremely durable. Like if they got like a muted gunmetal gray or like the bluish, like the blue steel.
I would say it is all polished because they want it to look nice. But yeah, it is sort of that darker gray that looks more natural. So yeah. So you actually see there's an attendant and you'll go over and mention that to him and he'll inform you. It'll just be 1 second and he'll walk over and gather the set of armor and will end up getting a helper, and the helper will come and help him. They'll carry it and say, we'll go ahead and take this to the front. If you need any more shopping to be done, you can meet us up front when you're ready. or if you're ready to check out now, we can go ahead and do that.
Okay. A question. This is also for like the DM
Mhm.
primarily. The armor. Does that include? Because the way that armor works is it just the metal plating, or is it the full, like the gambeson and
It
all
is
of that stuff underneath?
the full set.
What if I just want the plating?
They sell it as a full set, so there's not really any room there to.
If I were to go to a the blacksmith that makes this stuff, would I be able to just say, "Hey, look, can you make me the metal stuff for it, and I don't need any of the gambesons or anything like that"?
Uh,
It's saving money. I'm not going with anything obscene or like bizarre.
I know. You're not. You could probably. I mean, it's not something that you're just gonna know without asking the actual smith themselves. So,
All right. Well, I'm going to ask, what smith makes this?
um, he'll point over at the little info sign that you saw and say, the name should be on there. And you'll walk over. I didn't actually have a name prepared because I didn't really expect this, so give me 5 seconds.
What race are they? I could probably come up with a name.
Donovic. It's a smithy name, right?
No.
No?
Peter.
Demixis.
Okay. Demexis.
Yeah.
Sounds like a tiefling name, yeah.
So,
Alrighty then.
I assume you're now saying like, okay, you can put that back now, as they're like holding all this heavy armor.
Well, I mean, as
it.
they're taking it off I was like, they kind of took it off the rack before I was able to ask the question. But okay. So that would save me a relatively pretty sum of gold.
Well,
Relatively, I said relatively.
that just remains to be seen. We'll see.
Still, I could always come back. Alchemy jugs. Where would I find those?
One of the two attendants that is there, that's putting the armor back on, he'll just point over and say, they should be right there with all the other magic items. You see that there is a shelf on a back wall that has various magic items on it.
Okay. I'm going to look at the price tag for the alchemy jugs.
Right.
We're making mayonnaise, boys.
They are 150 gold.
150 gold for an alchemy jug? Fucking sold!
All right.
Not even gonna haggle.
I have a feeling this isn't a haggling type place.
This is not a haggling type place.
Unfortunate.
That's true.
So,
I will remove 150 gold from my.
well, so we'll say you try to go to grab it, and as you like try to push your hands forward to grab it, you feel like your hands just get stopped abruptly.
Well,
and
I'm
can't
gonna
push
fucking
forward.
ask for it.
Yeah, I'm just saying it becomes clear you can't grab it off the shelf, and you would have had no reason to ask for it previously. So,
He's saying this to let Jada know what one of the many safeguards is. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna steal. I already know I can't get away with it. I'm good.
So,
I'm not like anti-magic good.
yeah, one of the attendants will notice you and say, "Don't worry, sir. I can get that for you in just a second." As they're still like fitting the armor back onto the mannequin.
I'm going to just pull my hand back and go, huh, neat.
Yeah. And you'll watch as he will finish up, or almost finish up, and let the other guy do the last little bit. And he walks over and just sticks his hand in and grabs the jug. And he'll turn to you
The
again and
most
say,
valuable thing I have, I can't even sell.
he'll turn and say, is this going to be all, or is there some other stuff you'd like me to grab for you?
Dun 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 dun. This should be good.
All right. We can go ahead and make our way to the front. And he'll start leading you. Start leading you to the front aisles. The front check lanes. I guess I'll just call
Gold
them
is
that.
updated. There we go.
So it'll be 501 gold. There's a 1 gold tax.
Fuck your taxes.
So
I thought you said. Well, hold on a second. How much gold?
1 gold tax.
or sorry, I just said 5. My bad. 151.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah,
what the
no,
fuck?
that was me misspeaking. My bad.
Ogden's about to. I was about to say, Ogden's about to.
I like to speak to your manager. Moment. That price is gonna
So Jada, you were just looking around, right? You don't really have money to spend.
Do they buy things off of people?
No. Most likely
No?
not.
I'm not
Trade
gonna
is
be a
not-
sugar daddy.
There's not a pawn shop part of the area.
No, apparently not.
Unfortunate.
I'm Rick
I'll
Harrison.
have money eventually. I do want to see what magic items they have available.
There's a lot of the standard issue stuff. Alchemy jugs, bags of holding. There's a portable hole, a couple haversacks,
Of course.
potions, out the ass.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed, ass potions.
Do they have a robe of useful items?
So they actually have, outside of those magical items, they have a catalog.
Okay.
So the catalog you see and you can look through, and it'll say like, okay, we have this item, and then there's a quantity. And it seems like this has some sort of magical property to it, because you actually watch as you're looking through, one of the numbers of quantity will actually just go down randomly. You watch it go from 3 to 2. And you'll actually notice that it was the alchemy jug. So,
Neat.
looking through, you do not see the robe of useful items within the catalog.
They don't have it.
They do not have
Okay.
them.
Would you like to buy one?
They don't have it even available. Do they have a cartographer's map case?
Yes.
Just a common item.
Yeah. No. That is.
How much?
Well. Probably not very expensive. It's listed for 60 gold.
60. Okay, that's actually attainable. Not right now, but yeah. Okay. I need to find something to do with this fucking plate armor.
Oh yeah, the plate armor that you definitely won't ever be able to sell, because it'll have a lot more questions than it's worth.
Whoever's.
I have an
honestly,
idea.
I have a feeling you're pretty much marked for death if
I
you
have
show
an idea.
that.
Dude, it's taking up like 1/10 of the weight capacity of my bag of holding, but it's the most valuable thing I have.
I have an idea.
It's just pissing me off.
I have an idea.
Uh-huh.
What?
Can we use prestidigitation to put something over the mark?
Or remove it entirely?
Yeah,
Anybody who
we'd
would
have
be able to
remove
buy
the
this.
symbol.
Because if we could just
Prestidigitation only lasts for
prestidigitation-
6 seconds, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, it does?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To
That's
create an
dumb.
illusion, yeah.
Yeah, any illusion that you use with it will leave. Yeah, a non-magical trinket or illusory image that can fit in your hand and last until the end of the next turn, so 6 seconds.
Damn.
That's all you get with it.
Would it even be possible to remove the insignias from it?
I think this was actually asked, but it is not. It is like ingrained into the armor, so you would have to
It's
actually
engraved.
engraved. Yeah.
Motherfucker.
It
Could
is
you
like
just like scratch it out?
no.
File it off like they do serial numbers on guns.
If you really wanted to try it,
Ogden!
I say we try it, and then hear me out. We try it, and then if we can get it to where it's kind of off, we just paint over it, like a symbol over it.
What we'll do is we'll get some Bondo and build it up over it.
So.
Yeah, DM, can I buy Bondo?
No.
Does Bondo exist in this world?
Since Jada right now won't be able to afford anything, we'll go ahead and go to Chorus, who's looking through books.
Most people wouldn't know
Yeah,
the
books
symbol of
and
the Knights
scroll-
of Sauron, would they?
Here they would.
Most.
Most merchants would, though.
Most
Most
Maybe.
merchants might.
Shit.
Most merchants probably would. just
I have an
because-
idea.
Mhm.
We could sell it at an auction. Rich people love stuff they're not supposed to have.
He's got a point.
He does have a point.
Yeah.
You just might have to be a little shadier of an auction, but yeah.
I mean, that's the next thing I'm gonna look for after
Yeah.
my fucking blades.
So.
Oh.
Okay.
Specifically, just to narrow, looking right now just to see if they have like a spell scroll for Featherfall
Yeah.
and how much that could cost.
So they do. And it is 100 gold.
That's most of my gold,
Yep.
but I'll take it, I guess. It's a fairly useful spell,
All right.
and I have
you're a wizard, so
yeah.
this is very useful for you.
Yeah.
Do keep in mind 50 gold per level.
Yep.
I do have
Right.
something that I would like to try to find, if I can find it.
Do you have money?
I do have money.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have 200 gold.
Everything costs money.
You did spend all of your money in one shop run. You had the most money by far.
And then you blew it all.
Yeah.
I bought a cloak of the bat.
Yep.
Which
yeah,
is
I'll
like
buy
a rare
the-
item.
Yeah.
I'll
Cost
buy
me
the
2,000
spell of
gold.
Featherfall, and then I guess I'll head to the food court and start adding it to my spell book, which is really just like I take my field notes and I flip it over to the back and open it from the back, and that's where all my spells are.
Nice. That's great.
Ooh.
I will. Yeah. So like with the bookstore, it has its own little checkout area.
Yeah.
As it's one of the shops towards the upper stories of the Emporium. So yeah, you can check out there, and then you just head down.
And then with the cost to actually add it to my spell book is another 50. I'm down to 26 gold.
Nice. You still have more than Jada.
But I have Featherfall, and I can't die from falling now.
That
That's
is
what
if you
you
keep
think.
it prepared and have a spell slot.
That's true. I have 2 spell slots.
Yeah.
I do.
Hey,
I will have it prepared because most of my spells are utility ritual spells.
Yeah.
I have 2 combat spells. One of those being shield, the other being Jim's magic missile.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jim's radical magic
So,
missile.
Kaylin, you had something you wanted to look for?
Yes. I am not accustomed to magic items, so I would probably ask somebody for help. And
Okay.
tell them what I'm trying to find. Which I'm trying to find an item to increase my dexterity. Not by a lot, but just by like a bit. Just to help out.
Increase your manhood.
Oh god. I'm trying to think
I
of
don't know
items
if increasing dex is a magical item or not.
now. I think.
Just like some
Yeah, it is. But
Yeah.
it's a very rare item.
Um,
Item you absolutely couldn't
can't-
afford.
well,
I cannot
not like
think what it
a
is.
20, but just like something that's like +2 dex or something like that.
An item that increases it by 1 is a very rare
Yeah,
item.
an item that increases it by 1 is it's increasing your ability scores is very very rare stuff.
Very pricey.
Yeah. Is there a tattoo that does it?
Hmm?
Is there a
No,
tattoo? No, I
There's
don't
a
think
Humber
there's.
tattoo that does it. That's probably
Oh.
where you saw it.
Yeah.
The Manual of Quickness of Action.
Yeah, is that the only
Increases
thing?
dexterity by 2. It is very rare.
There's
It's on
gauntlets.
magic item table H.
I'm not
Where do you see
familiar.
the table at? You're at.
5e tools.
That's what I thought.
Fucking
It's
magic
back up?
It's
It's
been back up for
for a
like
while.
a couple months, I think.
Done been back up for a month now, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking magic item table H. It only goes one further than that.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I think it is, I guess, literally only the manual of quickness.
Ion Stone of Agility.
You can always make something up too.
Good.
I could, but it's still gonna be in the same price
Yeah.
range.
That's a
Uh,
shame.
So, I mean, there are homebrew items that are in this world that would do something like that. The issue is they're artifacts, so they're even harder to get than
Damn.
legendary items.
Could be a magical energy drink that increases your speed by like 10 for an hour.
Wait, is there a
and then at
potion
the
that
end
does
of it, after no, but then
So
after the end
basically
of
bulk
it,
atomic
it works
punch.
like haste, and you're like, you crash basically.
Why
And
the
take a
fuck
point
is
of
the
exhaustion.
apparatus of... That's just a potion of haste. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
It's just supposed
Why
to.
is the apparatus of Qualish on the magic item table? What the
Because
fuck?
it's a magic.
Wait,
Well-
Brandon.
No, but these are like random magic items. Like, you could find this.
Yeah.
Bruh.
I think
Brandon.
it's designed in such a way as that it's like
Is there literally no potion that like just increases ability score except for like I guess the potions of giant strength,
Giant
but
strength.
that's like the only thing, right? That changes
Only
it.
one I
That doesn't
know of.
even increase. That it just changes it,
Yeah.
which
Mhm.
increases it. But
Potion of speed, effects of haste spell.
yeah,
Potion of dexterity.
I'll homebrew that. There are potions that do that kind of stuff. They give you a +1 for an hour. So they're not extremely effective, but they're nice little add-ons.
Eh.
However, you probably wouldn't find it worth it as money is not very abundant for you guys.
Constitution sells great.
Yeah. So,
it smells like broken here.
Fuck off. Actually, can I borrow like 20 gold?
Y'all still owe me for the potions of greater healing.
oh damn, that's true.
What fucking potion of greater healing do I have? Oh wait, I don't.
I think Chorus was given all of them because he'd be more the support, but
No,
I
I
don't
have
have
them
them.
both.
Ogden
Okay.
has them.
I
Yeah.
I
have
feel like
them both.
I feel like
If you have
keeping
them,
all
they're
of your
yours.
heals on one person is a very, very bad idea.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
should
have
definitely
anything
be
of the
split.
sort.
Because I think we bought 2,
Yeah.
Yes.
3,
2. So if Ogden goes down, you guys are all fucked.
Yeah.
Which is already the case before the potions, but
Reach your,
Yeah,
just
so
like
nothing's
reach through his
changed.
body and just kind
Yeah.
of just find potions and just
although Max,
Quick!
you didn't
I
even put
mean,
him
we
in
would
your
just
inventory.
reach into his bag of holding and pull it out. So
Yeah. Oh wait, that's right, because it's in your bag. I forgot.
bags of holding are great for people who don't like to organize things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, all I have is usually I
Throw it
put
in.
them in, and I just open up because the way that it works is I open up and it's just like a tab full of stuff, and so I can alter the stuff that's inside of it.
Well,
It's like a drop down list.
yeah. The only issue is I can't look at any of it.
Sure, you can look in the inventory.
I am. I see Amulet of the Drunkard and Blasting Charge.
You should be seeing Potion of Greater Healing ×2.
No.
Refresh the page.
I just opened the page, but alright. Okay, there it is.
There you
I
go.
assume you just put it in, yeah.
No, I pulled it out of the bag of holding.
Oh.
But
Well,
anyway,
what I'm saying is
neither
I can't
here-
see the bag of holding at all. but
Neither
yeah.
here nor there. Let's continue. Semantics.
It becomes important, but yeah.
Potato. Just fire it, Patterson.
Um,
Damn it.
Good shit.
alright. So. Eventually, you guys find yourselves joining each other at the food court. Sitting down.
Where are the Molgoths?
Where the what?
The Molgoths. Are we just like watching
He
them
wants to
move
find
around?
the hot topic.
No,
Yeah.
I don't want to go into a hot topic.
Spencer's then.
That's where the Molgoths are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but the Molgoths usually like the hot topics are almost always around the food court area.
That's true.
And Spencer's.
The clothing
Ish,
area is
yeah.
not. You would know that the clothing area is on the second floor, as it was pointed out in the sign when you first entered.
That sign can't stop me. We can't read.
And the food
I'm-
court area is kind of set to the separate. It's almost like it's its own separate building, as there's like a corridor that you go down, and to enter into it.
Ulrich has found in the food court wherever is selling waffles.
They have chicken and waffles set up.
Chicken and waffles is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I go there and I spend how much would it cost to get me like a good big plate?
It's KFW, Kentucky Fried
For like
Waffles.
a really good thing, like how big are we talking?
Like enough to last me an hour or two. I think it's 2 hours per spell level, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unless
We'll
you're-
say
it's your
3 silver. For
3 silver?
a lot. It's a lot of food. It'll probably last you longer than 2 hours and be enough to share.
well, I'm not sharing it, but
I know.
But sharing is caring.
It's like when you're at the store and you see family size or sharing size, and you're like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna share it, but yeah.
It'd be
Yeah.
like when the when,
So
When the
I'll get
packaging
that and I'll
says-
sit
when
down
the packaging
and start
says-
copying the spell into my book.
when the
Yeah,
packaging
start-
says feeds
doing
3
that.
to 4 people.
And I'll
That's
just
where
wait
you are
there.
wrong. The fat conductor left.
and I'll just wait there for the rest of the party.
Yeah.
I'd be
Shut
the first.
Down on
Oh yeah.
waffles and writing away.
So yeah. Progressively the rest of the party joins you. Well, you guys kind of spend a little bit. I'll let you guys decide on what to plan next, or how you're gonna, I guess, get the attention of Gregovic. That's not really been established yet.
Well, I can get
I-
people's attention if I want. It's just not the way we want it.
Mm.
Just
Getting
stand
people's
up.
attention is easy
Just like
as
stand
fuck.
on the table.
Oh,
Does
I forgot
anybody know
Yes, you can
Gregovic?
get other people's attention, but you have to get his attention.
What
Yeah.
was the name of the shop?
Stand on the table.
or-
Eldritch Blast.
What'd you
What,
say?
what
Al?
was the what was the name of the bookstore that I went into?
They don't have like
Because-
separate names.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
really hoping I would be in a Barnes and Noble.
Oh my god.
Well,
It's all still
That's-
one big
that's not
shop.
bad.
It's
Yeah, okay.
it's like a mall, but it's not a mall. You know, it's
I
all still
see.
one big shop.
It's a department store.
Yeah.
it's a Costco.
No.
Yeah.
It's a Sears.
Well, food,
But except this one's
furniture,
real.
sections.
Or this one exists.
Yeah, this one's still here.
Yeah.
for
This
now.
one's still in business.
I mean, this one's imaginary and it's still more like more real.
Damn.
Get
Ooh.
fucked, Sears.
There are still
Damn.
Sears that are open throughout the country, aren't there?
I think
They're
there's
all
like
independently
one.
owned and operated.
There's still Sears though.
I know that there's a Sears that I've gone to in recent memory. That's I played airsoft in it. Abandoned
Yeah.
malls.
Those are always
Fucking
fun.
great for that shit. Fucking loading and like service tunnels are always like fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
I just want my blades, man.
Blades for what?
Came to
Oh,
protect
yeah.
yourself or deal some damage.
Yes.
I want to find a jewelry store.
Wait, here? What?
Why not?
I mean, you just.
Well, I tried to find something to increase my dexterity, and it didn't have that.
Yeah, they don't have it at all. They had a potion. That was the only
Yeah.
option they had. And jewelry would be actual jewelry. The magic item jewelry would still be down with the adventuring gear. So if you're going to buy jewelry, you're going to buy jewelry. You know, something to
not
make you look
get
pretty.
magic adventuring gear too.
Yeah, but that would be with the adventuring gear,
Okay.
which I just said 10 seconds ago. So the party has reconvened. You are all sitting at the table. What's your plan?
So we need to talk to.
And yeah, we need to find Tathara
Yeah.
somehow. To do that.
Really wish any of us could cast like 3rd level spells.
I can't I?
I mean, if you are no 4th, damn it. It's not even a warlock spell anymore.
So I was like, didn't we just get 3rd level spells?
Yeah, my bad. I misremembered the level. So, we have any plans?
Nope.
So I got nothing either. All my plans involve things you guys wouldn't like.
I mean, how hard can it be to just get?
Just walk around the store and just
Yeah,
start.
we could just
Gregovic! Gregovic!
or ask for Tathara. It's just somewhere
Marco!
around.
Gregovic! Greg!
Unfortunately, I don't have sending.
I have message.
Just start walking around, messaging in every single direction. Tathara, Tathara, Tathara.
It could work.
I mean, eventually, yeah, it might take a while.
DM, will that work?
Most likely not.
Okay.
Just go
you
into
can
each
cast
store.
it through solid objects if
Is
you're
Using this
familiar with the target
is
and
there-
know it's beyond the barrier. Damn it.
Is there a help desk somewhere?
Yes.
Let's go find the help desk.
Have them page them.
Duh,
Yeah.
let's fucking do that, yeah.
Yeah, have it paged throughout the whole.
Wait, so you're paging for Tathara?
Well, we'll see if we can.
Isn't that who we came here for?
That is who we came here to see. Yeah.
Okay, I will once again remind you that Tathara said go to Gregorvik.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see if we can get like
There's
some
no
sort
telling
of
if
audience with
Tathara is
Gregovic.
just randomly in the store, you know?
Right. What about Gregovic? I guess we'll see. Ask
Yeah.
the
His
help
name's
desk
in the
about
building, he
Gregovic.
better be here.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
you'll wander over to the help desk. You see that there is a drow male, somewhat androgynous. He looks up at you guys and says, "Hey, how can I help you guys?"
We're looking to see if we can actually talk to Gregovic about something. One of our friends is acquainted with him. She said to come find him whenever we were in town.
Could I get a name? He tends to be busy, but I'm sure if it's a
For
name he's familiar
Names or the
with.
friend?
Oh,
Both.
it's Pathara and it's Colrus and Jada. His
Okay.
crew.
Colress
Yeah,
and
just
his
looking for her.
gaggle of idiots.
Yeah, Colrus and his
The
gaggle of
professor and his
Um,
bodyguards.
You'll watch as he'll pick up a.
I have more intelligence than you do.
You'll watch as he picks up a small stone and will
Doesn't
speak
mean you're
into
not an
it.
idiot.
And then he'll sit there and he'll kind of hold the stone for a second. He'll look at you guys and say it'll just be a second. He just sits there and waits, and then, oh, all right, okay.
You just plow through a door.
He'll be down in just a few minutes. If you
Right.
guys just want to wait right over there, and he'll point. There's a couple of chairs that you can see lined up against the wall.
Okay.
So, you guys wait for a few minutes. He watches a couple other people come to the help desk and complain. There's one that definitely, has like that full on just Karen haircut. And it's a high elf too. So,
After
Is
You can't-
does she give him a hard time?
she gives him a hard time, but he handles it amazingly. Like he's just diffusing everything like perfectly well to the point where the Karen just like gives up and just walks away, and he like sits down and goes back to his business.
I'm
Like,
gonna walk over
This-
and go.
I didn't.
That was
I
amazing.
didn't realize that we were dealing with a minor deity
Yeah,
over there.
Yeah. He's just like, oh, thank you guys. Big store like this, you get quite a few of those, and you get used to dealing with them.
How much do they pay you for dealing with this bullshit?
I'm assuming.
Quite a lot. I won't get into the details, but
That
definitely,
better.
definitely good enough.
Man has just maxed out his charisma score.
Um.
Same. High five.
So yeah, he'll go back to working on some things. And you guys sit there and wait and wait. And the 5 minutes goes by that you were told originally, and then 10 minutes, and then 15 minutes. Turns into 20 minutes. And you're kind of getting like a little annoyed at this point, and right as you're like fixing to get up and be like, okay,
Dude, what's up?
where is he? You watch as trying to think of how to describe him. So you'll watch as a sort of somewhat eerie looking, rather tall person as well. He'll approach. He has a very quite the swagger to his stride. He's very confident, and you can tell that he is. You can tell this is Gregovic. Everything he's doing speaks like, okay, this is a high class businessman. You can see that he actually has like a tailcoat that he's wearing that is just a nice brown. He even has a bit of a cane that he's walking with. You can see that he's aged. He's quite wrinkled. No facial hair, but you can see that he has various tattoos across his arm as he has the sleeves pulled up. There's also tattoos that go up his neck and kind of on his face a little. His ears are slightly pointed. It's kind of hard to make out. They're just various very cryptic looking stuff. And he'll stop and look over at you guys and say, I believe you are the friends of Tathara I was told about.
That's us.
That's right.
Hmm.
These chairs are very comfortable.
Thank you. So, Why don't you follow me to my office? There we can discuss.
All right.
Okay.
I also say his skin actually has sort of like a very very light purple tint to it. He's rather pale, and sort of has this mist coming off of him.
How tall is he?
He's
Is he a
about six.
Shatterkai?
He's 6'2".
Okay.
Is this guy Shatterkai or something?
Nah. Phelan's Shatterkai.
Nope.
She doesn't
Still
think so.
haven't.
I was thinking Vedalken, but he's not tall enough.
No. He appears elven. His features are somewhat elven, but he's definitely a lot taller than an elf too. So,
Palette elf, maybe?
Maybe it's
Uh,
half Furbolg.
Maybe
I-
he's not
I-
Furbolg, yeah.
I find it highly unlikely you'll actually end up guessing his race. So
Is
Is
this
it
homebrew
homebrew?
or is that actual
Or
like?
is it
this is an
adapted
actual
from a-
race.
Is it? Okay, sure.
So
Is
I
it?
I didn't hear what you said, Brendan, but
Is it adapted from another edition?
no.
Okay.
I think it's. Well, when did this book come out? I'd actually have to look that up, but
Is it Ganassi?
no.
No.
I was about to say, aren't those like floaty beings?
They're
No.
basically elemental people.
Yeah, this book came out this year. I will say that.
Oh,
Oh.
that'll narrow it
That's
down a
blood.
lot.
Um,
Did I
What
get
blood?
it?
what'd you say?
Hex blood?
Yeah.
All you had to say was that it came out this
It
year.
came out this year. There's I think only one, maybe two books that came out this year. But yeah, it came from Van Richten. Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft.
It
So-
wouldn't be Dampier Reborn or
Yep.
Harengon Fairy.
So-
It would be the Hex blood.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Dampier is an actual race now, huh?
Yeah. No, yeah, Van Richten's Ravenloft brought some good.
I haven't looked at any of it yet.
Good shit.
It is indeed some good shit.
Been kind of wanting to play a Dampier.
Yeah.
I've played a Reborn. They're nice. I'm DMing a Reborn right now.
Yeah.
Honestly.
No, the Reborn seemed pretty cool. They all seem really cool. They're
They
very
are.
very interesting. So, yeah, he'll lead you up, and he actually takes you pretty much all the way to the top of the building. On the final floor is where you can see that there are several offices all set up, and he'll lead you into one that says that has his name on it. It says Gregorovic, and he'll lead you in, opening the door for all of you to walk in, and he'll close it once you have entered, and he'll point out the seats. He'll actually move a couple seats closer, so that way all of you can sit if you so choose. As there was actually only 2 chairs already like there in front of his desk.
Yeah, I'll
Well,
sit.
since he moved chairs, it'd be rude not to sit for.
And once he moves the chairs, he'll go over to his seat and sit down and say, "So, you all are the interesting folk that Tathar told me about."
Oh, she called us interesting.
I don't like that interesting word. It just means
Oh no, she meant it in the highest of praises, of course.
That's good.
Somehow
I
doubt
can never
that.
tell with some of my companions how that's going to go.
yeah.
No, she definitely spoke fondly of all of you. She seemed very appreciative of what you've done for her.
Say all of us and slowly look to the side.
Everybody slowly
yes.
looks to Jada.
slowly, yeah.
Everyone does, yeah. Which is why Jada hasn't said anything.
Jada just looks the direction everyone's looking.
Yeah, I would.
That would 100% be a Jada
yeah.
move.
Yep. He'll give a slight chuckle and say, "Yes, I must agree with this thus far. You are indeed interesting. So, Given that you are here, I assume you are looking for Tathara?
Yeah, but I think you might be able to also help us if you wouldn't mind.
Of course not. Any friends of Tathara is friends of mine.
Would you happen to know anything about a legendary bladesmith that lived in Savum many, many years ago?
Well, I would hate to break it to you, but there have been many legendary bladesmiths within Savum, especially in the last few hundred years. So
One who didn't like to announce himself very much, but very secretive, kind of. I don't even know his name, otherwise I'd be asking by name, if it's even he.
So an anonymous bladesmith that kept him and himself work private?
Indeed.
There is...
Possibly had some dealing, well, not possibly, definitely had some dealing with Scathor Wrath.
The old rascal. Well, I do vaguely recall about 70, 80 years ago, hearing about a fellow like that. Even I did not know his name. Trust me, I had heard about this fellow, but once I found out that he was not willing to sell to stores, I must say I did not bother to pursue such information.
Understandable.
However, I'm more than willing to see if I can dig up some information.
So your
Would be
interest was
appreciated.
only in the form of business.
That is... Yes, that is
You don't
indeed the
happen to
case.
have any interest in collecting interesting things?
Not my strong suit. I suppose I enjoy collecting a few items here and there, but it's never been what I pursue. I've always been more of a people pleaser, you could say. I like to see smiles upon their faces.
That was all I had to say.
Alright.
I'm gonna ask if he knows anything about some powerful like jewels for a gauntlet, and show him the gauntlet I have, or if he would know anybody who would know that history.
He'll actually like kind of stand up and make his way over, and he'll kind of like grab the gauntlet like in your hand. I assume that you're still wearing them, and he'll kind of inspect the slots, and you'll see as he brings up a monocle and adjusts it, and he'll just be looking and say, "Peculiar. Oh my. I'm sensing some sort of connection here between your missing bladesmith and I assume this.
And a few other things as well.
Yes. I
I'm gonna
assume...
pull out
Ooh.
the thing and just kind of like spin it like a butterfly knife in my hand, just creating different things as it spins. It's like, hey, it's a pan.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a butcher's knife. Hey, it's high grade explosives.
Yeah.
Let's just pull out the mechanical arm and wave it around.
He'll like kind of now
It turns into, like,
expectedly turn to the
comedic-
chorus.
The comedic like French
Pull
bombs,
out
like the
my
black
bow
sphere with
and,
the fuse.
or which I guess looks just like a stick at this point, and hit the button to put the blades out and draw back the string on it, the ethereal string.
Actually, that... Did I see that for a second?
I'll hand it over.
He'll grab it, and you'll see as he kind of like pulls back on the string, but not like preparing to pull an arrow. He's just like straight up pulling it back and inspects it for a little bit and says, "I do believe I recognize this craftsmanship. An old friend of mine from the Feywild."
Yeah, I was told there were some other strings to be added to it that would be located in the Feywild.
I do remember he drove himself mad working on some sort of mysterious bowstring he could not even tell me about. But my understanding, he did complete it. So
Oh, that's very
Um,
inspiring.
We plan to at some point journey into the Feywild
Well,
to retrieve it as long as
Let me
it's still
specify,
there.
he was already a mad lad at that point. He had. He was.
The absolute mad lad.
Absolute
He liked
mad
to
lad of a
isolate
crafter.
himself, and if you know anything about the Feywild, it can drive many people crazy, and especially when you decide to just live in isolation all the time.
Isolation just does that on its own. And the Feywild just makes it even worse.
Precisely, my dear Caitlin. So, I will get some friends of mine with connections to look for your blades, and for your gems, I can't. Have you tried putting any sort of gem in there, or is there some specific types? Do you know?
There was certain gems that were made for it. However, the town, back when it was made, got pillaged, and they just took the
I
gems. They
assume it
didn't
comes
bother
from Alwick then?
Yeah,
They didn't bother to take the actual gauntlet.
that is where we found these items and we've given them.
That would make sense. Jaskathor had a apprentice that was actually also a master gem crafter. She was exceptionally talented in many things. Truly a tragic loss to the world. But
Yes, very sad. Anyway,
so, as for Thethara, she is actually staying back at my home. It's where she is set up camp for now.
hey Lamau.
So, I can have an assistant, or someone come to pick you up, or could inform her herself to come meet you and take you back there if you so choose. Also, if you need somewhere to stay, I have many open rooms.
Somewhere to stay wouldn't be opposed, I don't think.
He'll kind of look around to get approval from everyone.
I'm so trying to resist the urge to ask, like, hey, you run this place. You mind a little
Little discount.
yeah, of 150 gold.
Oh my
He
god.
will say absolutely not, even if
He
you
would
did
say-
ask.
He is a businessman.
What
Mhm.
150 gold discount are you trying to get?
He wants an alchemy jug, even though he can produce one with an infusion.
Yeah, I know, but I
Because
want to be able to
the-
use my
yeah.
infusions for other things.
Yeah,
Well-
of course.
Use the infusion,
Naturally.
make the alchemy jug, profit from it, buy an alchemy jug, change the infusion.
I would, but the problem is that Mr. DM man would not allow me to cheese the economy.
Oh yeah, that's kind of the point.
I'm actually going to be using the jug for actual things.
We saw how that went last time when you were able to sell all sorts of stuff from the alchemy jug to.
I was able to sell, I think it was like how many hundreds of gallons of acid.
Yeah, we saw how that went last time.
Yeah.
No more broken economy for you, Mister.
Yep.
So,
I mean, I was
that
going
time, there was that time I filled a bag of holding with the blood of a red dragon and sold that as hot sauce.
yeah.
I remember that, yeah.
Yep.
That was great.
I think fuck, what was I gonna say? Yeah, what I'm planning on doing with the alchemy jug is just helping me with the components that would be required for making more explosives.
Mm.
Oh, great.
How many liters of acid can it make a day?
No clue.
8?
Something like 8 ounces.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, definitely not 8
Um,
liters a day.
Definitely
Acid
not. Especially
is
since
8
that's the
ounces,
metric
yep.
system. 8 ounces of acid. Wow, that was
Yep.
dead on.
Yeah. Half ounce of a
ounces of
basic
acid.
potion, 4 gallons of beer, 1 gallon of honey, 2 gallons of mayonnaise, 1 quart of oil, 2 gallons of vinegar, 8 gallons of fresh water, 12 gallons of salt
oil
water,
would
and
definitely
1
help me
gallon of
as well.
fine. So,
It's basically I basically have a portable can of WD-40.
Or
An
you could use it
infinite
to
can of
start just
WD-40.
pumping out potions.
Yeah, that as well.
Some basic healing potions, at least.
Exactly. How many hundreds of if we plan on
Well, I
stockpiling a
think
bunch
it
of
said
those.
like half an ounce of a
Well,
basic potion.
there are
Yeah, half an
rules
ounce.
Do you need-
for crafting
How much do you need to?
items. There are rules for crafting items, and artificers, I believe, are especially good at it. Let's see, downtime activity, crafting an item. You can make antitoxins, potions of healing, leather armor, boots, armor, weapons, cloaks, robes.
Let's keep going.
Depending on what proficiencies you have. You of course have proficiency with smith's tools, so you could make like weapons or armor and sell that. And I have distort value, so we could sell it for double.
Okay, let's not focus on this right now. So Gregorovic will kind of lean on his desk a little bit and say, so would you like me to have Tathara come here and meet you?
I guess we can go to her, maybe.
Well,
What do you guys think?
I mean, I'm sure none of you know how to get to my home, so
No.
Fair
not at
point.
all.
Don't tell us.
Don't tell her, pointing at Jada.
Oh, don't worry.
I'll just
I
give
have heard
Clarissa
of
middle
Jada's
finger.
exploits.
Good.
Oh no, trust me, I am.
And I've heard of your
Familiar.
security systems. You won't have any problems from me.
I appreciate that, Miss Hanali. Ah, you know, your brother was in here just the other day.
And
Just thought I would inform you he is in town still.
I'll have to find him then.
More allowance.
Do you happen to know where he is?
I fear for why you're asking.
Because
Don't worry
I've met
about it.
him once in my life.
Hmm.
I'd like to, know my brother.
He is. There's a merchant's guild for the Hanali family. He's staying there.
Of course.
Of course, if you pour out your name, it is no issue for you to enter, but I know you would not do such a thing.
Mhm.
Anyways, he'll look dead at Kaylin and say, any intentions to visit your family?
Yeah. I'll
Oh,
go
you
see
have
him.
family
Family
here?
Yeah.
Really?
Speaking of,
Interesting.
we don't know anything about you.
Nope. You never asked.
Well,
Fair.
knowing
I
your
will
family,
continue
you
to
would
do
never
so.
tell.
Yeah. That's very
You
true.
kind of just gave off that vibe.
One doesn't offer information freely when it can be used against you.
I only bring it up, Kaylin, because
Has something happened?
I would talk to your grandfather.
I have nothing to
I'll go
lose
do
but
that.
my life.
So,
the
I've
fuck,
already
Tom?
informed. I've already informed Tathara to head on her way. She should be here in a few minutes. Feel free to
Did you
wait.
come
A few
in
minutes
the-
is in a few minutes, or is in the few minutes that it took you to get here?
Apologies
Just
about
curiosity.
that.
No,
I
I
had a
traffic. I
meeting.
understand.
I wish it was traffic. Too many big brass expect me to just bend over and take their commands.
Do you have certain complaints?
I have many complaints. None of which I will force upon you right now.
No, I'd like
Fair
to
enough.
So many sex puns.
know.
Regardless, I appreciate your concern. I will keep my issues to myself for now at the very least, though.
Alright.
So, you can feel free to wait in here. I'll be working, so... Or you can head down and go ahead and wait or look around. Whatever
Oh,
you decide.
go ahead and look. go on ahead. I think
All right.
I'll need to be in your way.
He'll walk back around to his desk and say, "If you will be staying at my humble abode, we serve dinner at 6 p.m. And seeing that we have more guests, I will ensure it is a special one."
Why, thank you.
Sounds good.
He'll go back
Sounds
to
ominous.
working. Why does it sound ominous?
The way you said it. That's what I.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna.
he's saying
so-
everything ominous. He's a hex one, which
I'm
I
actually not gonna stick around for Tathara. I'm just gonna
okay.
head home, hearing that I need to go speak with my grandfather.
Yeah.
They can handle it here. Well,
I
Chloris can handle it here.
I think we might go ahead and wrap up for right now. And then we'll pick up with Kaylin and her family. And then you guys heading back to Gregorovic's. Next
Not next week.
Oh yeah.
Week after.
Not next week. Okay, yeah. Not the week after either, because so yeah, it'll be 2 weeks off from the
2 week
main
hiatus.
campaign. Because next week we will not be joined by our dear chorus, and we will actually be doing a special little one-off running
Halloween edition.
Yeah, our Halloween edition where we'll be running Monster of the Week. I think that's what it's called, right?
Yep.
So look forward to that. I might
Depending on how things go,
I'll
I
bring
might
another
not be able
person
to be
in.
here either.
That's fine. I might get some contingency plans going and get some extra people maybe.
We're starting this new tradition of on Halloween. It's the kids get the candy and beer for the adults.
Nice. So next week we'll not be doing the actual campaign. So the week after that I will not be around. I will be in South Carolina for a
Oh, fun.
wedding.
Another one, huh?
Yeah.
Another one.
Now there are two.
That's- That's
no,
three.
there's
That's 3 weeks in a row that we've got weddings going on.
Yeah, no, because I had one yesterday that I was at. You have your sisters, and then I
Yeah,
have my
next Sunday.
cousins. Yep.
Hmm.
So, yeah. It was also crazy because one of the close family friends for the wedding yesterday, they had another wedding that they were at instead of this one because it was like a cousin or something for the family, but there's been so many weddings like these past month. I feel like it's insane.
Yeah,
One of
autumn weddings.
my cousins is getting married
Yeah.
next month. I think 13th of
Yeah.
November.
There has been so many. It is getting
Yeah.
ridiculous.
People like autumn weddings.
Yeah, they're. I
Yeah.
mean, they're nice. Because like
It
the
is
nicest
nice
thing-
because it's not
Yeah.
dying out.
Yeah, no, it was that was the nicest thing about yesterday was like the only thing that we got hot was because we're wearing like black vests and black dress pants. So we'd be in the
Yeah.
sun and get hot, but there would like a breeze would come and cool us down instantly. So that was very nice. All right. So yeah, that is our itinerary. So yeah, we will be a
Be
short
back in, like-
hiatus from this
in, like,
campaign
3
for a little bit.
weeks.
Yep, pretty much. But we'll be picking up with the bangers. So
We'll just have to remember where we left off.
that's
We won't.
that's the cool thing is we don't have to remember. This all goes up on YouTube, which if you're watching on YouTube and if there's anyone in chat that maybe wants to catch up on episodes they missed, we do have a YouTube channel. It is linked down below. If you scroll down, you can find our Discord server, which you should also join. You can find our Twitter page, which you should follow, and our YouTube channel, which you should subscribe to. So there's all that down there if you just scroll down a little bit. If you're watching on YouTube, we stream every Sunday
Like and subscribe.
at 6:30 p.m. Central. So
Ish.
I mean, not. It's been 6:30 every time for the past couple of weeks, so I don't even think we have to say ish anymore.
We've
We're getting
been
better.
Actually, pretty consistent. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm still gonna keep the 6:30 TM on every single tweet that I can.
Yeah.
but-
Honestly.
It's our running joke.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You know, join us if you can. I try to get these episodes out as quick as possible. I know I got behind a little bit. So, and I have just been informed that we're actually at 45 followers. So, if you're not following our
Nice.
channel, we are 5 away from affiliate, which is pretty awesome to think about. So, if you're not following the channel,
44. Do I need to refresh?
it
the
just
page?
just refreshed because we got a new one a couple hours ago.
Well, thank
Oh,
you,
nice.
whoever that was.
So
Yeah.
thank you, Crimson Rise, 1 or 01. I don't know if I should say the 0, but
Thanks for sticking around.
so yeah. I don't think I have anything else to say. We'll see you guys next week with our ever so wonderful Halloween one-off, and we'll see how that goes because we'll see. Because we will be running it on a new system. So we'll see how that goes. I don't think it's not complex or anything, so I'm sure we can handle it.
Well, Monster of the Week is probably the most simple RPG
Yeah.
that I know of.
It should be pretty easy.
It's even more
Don't worry, we'll
simple
find a
than
way to
GURPS.
fuck it up.
So yeah.
Always
Uh,
have,
yourself.
always will.
All right. So yeah, that's all I had to say. Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you guys next week.
Ooh.
Bye.